What's
Fuck
going on,
TSM.
guys? I hate you so much, you worthless piece of shit. What's going on, guys? This is the Cloud9 podcast, season 2, episode 10. And guess what, guys? EDG is your 2021 League of Legends World Championship winner. Woo! The LPL is back on top. Now, to be fair, Damwon disappointed me at the very last fucking minute. They ruined my crystal ball prediction. You know, I called it. I knew it'd be 5 games. But I just messed up. You know, maybe I should have switched because I had a feeling that the EDG were going to turn it on because I even said this last episode. In the LPL, they did this too. They did it in the LPL 2021 Summer Split.
Yeah,
where they lost
did.
round 1 and they just swept right through.
Yeah,
now,
that's what I give them
spring,
credit for. They can adapt well.
they adapted actually very well. And actually, they almost did it in the spring split too, but they narrowly lost to RNG. It was such a close best of 5. It could have went either way. So, you know, I know a lot of people going into the best of 5, you know, they were like, oh my God, EDG sucks. There's no way they can win. People, Flandre was better than Khan. Viper is better than Ghost. And Mako was better than Beryl. So the only thing Damwon really had better than them is just their mid and jungle, which arguably was going to get them all their wins anyway. Like, let's be honest here. Canyon and Showmaker got them all their wins anyway.
Canyon, Khan, let's be honest. Canyon, Khan, and Showmaker were the best. Like,
yeah. But the thing here with Khan, he played so bad in the semifinals and finals as well, you know? It's just more like, what really happened to him, actually? You know, like, did he just choke?
they
Is
sent
that what
like
you say?
3
No,
people
choke?
up there half the time to stop him.
I mean, they realized that Canyon is not going to gank for Khan. So, you know, JJ and Flandre pretty much just, like, opened up Khan's asshole and just started fucking fisting it with chopsticks and shit, you know? So that's what pretty much happened during the series. But, you know, yeah, we'll go over, you know, EDG versus Damwon. You know, it's what I like to tell my friend, too, when we're going over, like, we're just talking about League of Legends, right? You have this thing where it's like a game of chess, right? Okay, you have this thing to do, but you might think your opponent might not do this, and then they do this other thing, and then this other guy does one thing, and, you know, because, like, Ghost has been shown that he can really only play Jhin. I know he can't really only play Jhin. He can play more champions. I understand that. But, like, they literally were pigeonholed in the draft because of Jhin, actually. You know? Like, the thing here was that EDG realized that Damwon with Ghost are only really going to be able to play Jhin to actually get wins out of
That's
Ghost.
not true. He played Affiliates and he played
Not well. Played like shit. Played like straight up shit. He played Misfortune like crap. He literally was only able to actually play well on Jhin. And Ziggs. Kinda on Ziggs. It depends on the games, right? You know? So, it's one of those things in draft where it's like, okay, what do you really do with a player like that? So, like, me and my friend were talking, it's like, do you start changing out players? Obviously, they're keeping Showmaker and Canyon. I mean, there's no reason to get rid of them. Like, we know Khan is going to be, you know, going to, military service. Yeah, and Ghost and Beryl. So, like, do they need a high-resource ADC, actually? You know? Like, do they need a high-resource ADC?
I mean,
like
Teddy's
someone like
on the
Viper?
market.
Or Teddy, like, that's what I think. I honestly think if they got Teddy, they'd be a much more stronger team. Like, even if Canyon didn't dedicate resources to bot lane, having Teddy and Beryl, I think that'd be a pretty good bot lane, but that depends on the support you would actually have as well. Like, you know, do you switch out Beryl and Ghost? Do you just completely wipe the bot lane and only keep Showmaker and Canyon? That's the thing. I mean, you also have Nuguri, you know, going back to the LCK. He's rumored to be going on T1 actually, you know, so who knows what the future of Damwon might be. Like, the thing with Ghost and Beryl is that they don't really just outright lose any 2v2. They more or less so just go even, but they're not winning any 2v2s either. Now, I know in the current state to play League of Legends, it's really hard to kind of carry from the bot lane unless they're just like massively far ahead, you know. But I asked you guys, what do you think actually? Do you think Damwon needs to, you know, make any changes or anything like that, or, you know, what do you think needs to happen?
Let's go. I want the TSM cocksucker hater to go first. Please, Sean Avery. Thank you.
Warren, guys, oh my God, Warren was right about like literally one thing. Now he's gonna force us to fucking suck his dick off.
Yeah, what you mean? I wasn't wrong. I said they would take it to 5 games, and I predicted as well that Scout would shut down Showmaker's carry potential in lane, and that would be one of their biggest win conditions, that and Viper. All right, and I still thought DK would win in like 5 games, as they should have. They just choked their asses off. Same with RNG, same thing with T1. All right, credit to EDG, and I like their organization. I like their players. I'm glad for all of them, but they did not deserve this. This is one of the biggest Worlds wins ever.
This man is such a hater.
Yes.
Like, you could tell he doesn't get sex.
No, to be fair, at least he admits he's a hater. A lot of people know.
The only thing this is better than is G2's MSI win.
Oh, Sean, come on, that's disrespectful. Like, the fact that, like,
oh shit.
I'll wait till you finish.
Okay, so this is my thing with EDG is that, you know, a lot of people saw their games and, you know, they were like, they're playing super sloppy. Yes, but they're also winning their games too, though. It's not like they're playing sloppy and losing too, you know? They went to 5 games against RNG. They went to 5 games against Gen G. They went to 5 games against Damwon, and they pulled it out toward the very end. They were the more clutch team in the very end. Also, the game 5 that everyone says was the most exciting, I watched that. That wasn't what? They blew their asses out. Like, they actually just destroyed them. EDG just actually beat the shit out of them. You know? Damwon, they convincingly beat them in games 2 and 3, actually. Game 4, it's really hard to say who was winning game 4. It was back and forth, right? Games 1 and 5 were definitely EDG favored, though. You know, EDG were stomping them in game 1. EDG were stomping them in game 5. Games 2 and 3 were definitely Damwon favorite, and I forgot game 4. I'll play it over, you know, during the stream. But like my thing here is like, you have to factor this in too. EDG are the first seed out of the LPL, right? And we had the first seed out of the LCK in the finals, right? So realistically, it kind of played out with the quote unquote best teams from the regions fighting each other at the very end of the tournament.
Not really, but
what? I mean, okay, this man needs to stop.
Yeah.
You need to stop, okay?
Yeah.
You're not even coming up with valid arguments. You're just like,
listen. I'll say this, Warren. Out of all the chokes, DK was the last EDG outmatched them the most. All right?
So
but it should have been an RNG and T1 finals, and I wasn't even a fan of RNG.
This is what I mean. Like, and this just has nothing to do with you, Sean. This shout out to Kafka here. This is what I was talking about. Like, you mentioned chokes, right? Like, yeah, like that's what I was saying last week when I was like, oh, when Mad Lions win, they won because they were just the better team that day, but they're not better than LNG. But yet I'm crazy. So you see how that plays? Like, you're saying the same thing. Like, EDD shouldn't have won, but they won because of that day.
I agree with that. I'm just saying if both teams came in on the best day, then they wouldn't have made it that far.
And here, I'll say this too. JJ, like I know a lot of people are overhyping this guy because of that last best of 5 he played. JJ's not looked that good all year, essentially. He's an all right jungler, right? He's all right, right?
He's a rookie.
And he popped off in the most important best of 5 of his life. And so that's good. That's a good thing. You know, because I remember I was watching an EDG best of 5, a best of 3 one night, and they put in Clear Love. And I was there going like, what the fuck? What the hell is this? You know? But I was glad to see JJ out muscle Canyon, the best jungler at the event. That was just like, what is going on? Because, like, you know, as we already know now, as what they've revealed, they don't actually get scrims unless they practice like teams like the G2 roster that's being built right now. You know, they don't really get scrims. They have to play like what teams are they playing though? Teams that are supposed to be getting built for the next season, actually. You know, so and that's my thing too. A lot of people just vastly discredited anything EDG were doing and only in favor of it's just the other team that's just bad. To be fair, in the RNG series, I remember they were actually better than them in the early game. They themselves were throwing it. Like, Flandre would just get caught out in side lanes. Scout would just fucking go for plays that he shouldn't be going for. Viper and Makeup were being way too aggressive, and even though they're actually stopping their opposition. But, like, it was just too much that they were trying to do. Gen G, it's really hard to say if they should have lost to Gen G because that was so bad on both teams' part. It's like, who could throw harder? Was it fucking Gen G or who could throw harder was EDG? But EDG they did pull it out, and they eventually pulled it out against Damwon. At T1, so I want to actually play that T1 game again because the game 5 for Damwon versus T1, Damwon we're actually in very, very much in control with the souls. They let the entire game. The thing is that T1 were able to equalize it because they were also like decently winning their lanes, and they were also actually going to get that Baron if they didn't out mind game themselves. It's super weird how that works though. But I just want to ask you guys, what do you think they do with EDG now? Like, do you think that they just keep the same roster at that point? Like, we know Scout and Mako are going to stay. Scout and Mako are definitely staying.
I think they keep the entire roster. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, like they just won Worlds. I mean, what else do you do? Unless one of the players just actively wants to retire. I mean, like, what do you really do with the roster, So that's just my things personally. We'll go into the games right now because these guys apparently can't talk to save their lives, actually. These guys are both dead.
No, I didn't get to mention my EDG. Like, the whole tournament, EDG was, like, basically not even really was like talked about, but not really talked about because it was like, oh, RNG can win it. I mean, I had RNG, I had an LPL team winning, which is RNG, but whatever. They choked, whatever. So, but fair enough. But it was like people like, oh, RNG can surprise, and then this Damwon, and then they had FPX was before they got knocked out, and then
T1 obviously.
And T1, so like nobody really was paying much respect to EDG. And like, let's be honest, Flandre got little help. Like, he really
just ran through every single top laner he faced. He just ran through them.
He played, and when they tried to ban out his champions, he played champions, and he had a great Kennen game that he played. Like, it's like, oh, he's only played Braves and Trace, but then he busts out the.
See, dude, I see your point there. It's like when people say, "Oh, he's only played 2 champions." That's amazing. What do you mean? That means he stomped people with literally 2 champions. He hasn't shown anything else he can play because he hasn't needed to show anything else. You know what I mean? Like, he hasn't show. Why just throw out more picks out there for teams to ban you out if you don't need to? You know what I mean? Like, that's how I personally see it. So as you guys already know, I'm actually glad. EDG won. I would have loved if Damwon won because, crystal ball prediction, but, it's okay. Shit happens.
I mean, C9 lost. That's all I care about.
Oh, yeah, Warren. And what are Tsm doing right now? Just sitting at home sucking off each other's dicks or some shit?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Okay. So my thing here is like Damwon won both of the LCK splits this year. They finished second place at both international events. So I just want to ask you guys, what do you think happened? Because they just couldn't get it done at the very last minute. Do you think they were just...
I think the Nuggery fact. I think Nuggery might have been a factor.
How so?
Probably. Maybe like draft wise, like. But I just think Nuggery didn't mesh well with, like, they had started to mesh well with FPX, but like when you had Nuggery on, it was like, I just feel like that team last year was unbeatable.
Disgusting. Yeah, like they're just disgusting. There's nothing that any team could really do against them. Khan, like, I know we talked about this like during the year when we were talking about Damwon. Is like Khan inherently brings in weaknesses that Nuggery just didn't really have. So inherently they were going to be weaker. And it's crazy that they lost both international events to the top LPL teams. Like, RNG was a top LPL team. They were like, what, 2nd to 4th place all year long. EDG were like 1st place, 2nd place at Worlds. So it's like they lost to the best LPL teams, during the, international events this year, MSI 2021 and the League of Legends 2021 World Championship. So, what do you guys think happened in draft? Do you think they were just out-drafted? Because, like, I'm not really too sure, why you go for Yasuo in this composition right here. Yasuo literally provides nothing, actually. Like, was he supposed to just neutralize Graves? I think they only picked that for the Graves. Like, the Yasuo pick was useless.
And then, I mean, because it excuse me.
It's okay.
Well, yeah, but I guess what they were trying to do, they're trying to do like 1-3-1, have LeBlanc and Yasuo at the side, get them fed, and they can't really stop them because they're gonna get picked off. And LeBlanc has like blow up and then siege. The problem is that I don't think they properly prepared for the Zillion. Like a lot of the support picks for EDG really threw off. Like the Zillion, like there's a lot of fights where if there's a different champion and it wasn't Zillion,
yeah, the Zillion pick really fucked them over in game one. Like the Zillion was able to just revive anybody because they would try to burst someone down and the Zillion would just revive them actually.
Yeah, and EDG, like the Zillion pick was huge. It, like that really threw them off. Flandre just never died, or whenever he had Graves, they finally realized let's ban this man's Graves because he's just too good on Graves.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I don't understand like why he didn't play like other counter matchups. Like there's other counters to Graves, but like the problem is Ashkan's not available until next year. Oh, by the way, the Nest tournament is being held right now. If anybody wants to watch that, so
that's what the LPL like amateur teams, right?
Yeah,
the academy teams is. Yeah.
So just saying that if anybody wants to catch that, but yeah, I think draft played a big factor. You could tell because like I think at one point the ADC pool, I don't know which games it were, got pinched really. Like they had to go with like Zaya, I think, and Jin. It was like, okay, well, they really pinched these pools.
They knew Ghost could only really effectively do anything on Ziggs and Jin. So if you put him on either champion, that means Viper is going to be obviously more flexible. He's obviously the stronger ADC because in one of the games he played Lucian and he absolutely just destroyed them by himself. I was like, this is just madness. Like, they literally need a new AD carry. And I know people said, well, who can do his job better? People, there's other players out there that can play what Ghost can do. He's not doing anything special. He's basically just playing weak side, and he's just basically playing with no resources, right? Low econ, no resources. Are you telling me any other better ADC is not going to be able to do that? What kind of logic is that? So you would just inherently have a worse ADC because you think that no one else can play it better. That's stupid. That's actually dumb.
You are.
Thank you, Warren. You're the best. Now, there was one of the games where Beryl was on Nami, actually, and it really just felt like he, first time that shit on stage.
Nami Jin.
Right. Yeah. Dude, I was like, what is this? Beryl looks like he just first time that shit on stage. Like, fucking, what's the RNG mid laner? Oh my god, crying when he picked fucking Annie and shit.
I think crying's getting kicked off of that team.
Oh, crying after he picked Annie. He's crying after that shit.
Yeah,
so
peasant mid.
Oh my god, Sean, who touched you today?
His uncle.
Sorry.
Oh my lord.
Crying is so bad. I don't care.
Good god. So I actually think EDG did a very, very good job in the draft phase. Actually, I was surprised they put Showmaker on Malzahar, and he made Malzahar look like not an easy pick to play. Like, he actually played pretty well on it. Like, games 2 and 3, point click champs, man. Take skill, press R to win, dude. That's how you do it. Like, here's my thing. Like, so what do you do in the draft phase? Actually, you have an ADC who can really only win you games on Jhin. Like, I don't know if it was just comfortability, or like Coma's going like, okay, Ghost can really only play this, okay? And if EDG takes it, he can only play Ziggs. But he's not going to play Ziggs as good as fucking Jhin, and I have to build a comp around Ziggs, actually. Or you build a comp around Jhin. That's exactly what they kept doing. They kept building compositions around Jhin because that's the only thing Ghost was able to be effective on, where he wasn't just getting blown out his ass. So, and guys, I'm not trying to say it's all Ghost's fault. Obviously, it's a team game. Khan played absolutely atrocious. Like, he played so fucking bad. Now, he wasn't getting camped 24/7, so, like, that is also on Kangan's fault to go up there and actually help him. But in games 2 and 3, it was all Damwon favored. Like, games 2 and 3 pretty much should, solidify, okay, Damwon should win the best of 5. That's what it should have went to. EDG, definitely were playing like they were boosted out their ass in games 2 and 3, But,
Are you saying that with Khan as if he wasn't playing fucking bad throughout almost the whole tournament?
He was playing bad in semis and fucking
he had
finals.
Some good games and he had some bad games. Like, it wasn't like he played pretty good, like, considering his last,
I'm not saying he played bad or didn't have good games, but fuck, there were a lot of bad games people didn't point out.
No, I think
I
played
thought he
good.
had some bad games, but overall, I think considering
Overall, it was
the
just
whole
the
tournament, he
semifinals.
played good. Like I have to say, he played good. You don't get to the finals. You can call it luck. You can call it Houdini. You could call it a magic ball.
Like this,
You can say whatever you want.
The Grapes
It
game he
takes a
played
lot
this
to
game
get
was
to
fine.
finals.
He played great. He played great in this game. He played great. But in that Gragas game, oh my god, he was boosted out of his ass. That was horrible. I was like, oh my god. And that's the thing. Like as a team, they have to know if Khan is just constantly getting camped. Canyon has to do something about that though. But then you would go like, well, if he dedicates all of his time to top lane trying to protect Khan, then Khan should just ward more. Guys, there's only so much you can really do. Like, do you want him to just be perma stuck under his damn tower? Like, there's nothing you can really do there, you know? And also, I want to say this too. This tournament has proved to me several different things. One, you know, it doesn't really matter about how good your mid laner actually is. If the other parts of the map just really aren't as strong, then your team is not going to also do as very well. Now, this tournament basically posed a question of better mid wins, right? But to be fair, you know, Scout was coming in pretty darn underrated compared to, you know, BDD, Showmaker, Faker, you know. So that's the thing is, you know, this tournament was actually really full of really great mid laners, you know.
I still want the person to come on here who said last time that Scout would get dicked by Showmaker.
Well, yeah, where's that guy, huh? Where's that guy? Oh, he must be with his wife right now.
Wait, that's not a bad thing, Warren. What are you saying? Oh Lord, but so yeah, damn one guys just blew their asses out in this game. This is not. This is just like pretty much diffing every single lane.
Yeah, because they prioritized the Graves. If you noticed,
I did. They did actually. Colin got Graves, and he actually had a good game.
Tournament is basically who fucks up the less wins worlds.
Sean,
like,
listen, I'm giving EDG credit. I'm not being salty. I'm actually happy they won. I'd rather them have won over.
Let's be honest. It's not the fact that I think I get where you're coming from. This world overall was garbage, like straight up. Like outside
of, I didn't think RNG was even that good as people were saying, but just in comparison, I thought they were better.
I mean, RNG
really suspect in their group stage. I was like, this team is really not that good. Like something with the LPL teams between RNG and FPX, they were just playing off. I don't know.
I mean, RNG went 4-2. What are you talking about?
Did we watch the quality of the games they were playing? The quality of the games itself looked pretty darn off.
If T1 didn't choke their ass off in Game 5 semis, they would have won Worlds.
Still sucking off Faker, dude. This ain't 2017.
No, I don't. I think Closer should have played over him. I'm not sucking him off.
Let it go, dude. Faker ain't winning another one. Let it go.
Kinda destroyed Con.
Let it go, dude. God. Let it go. They're not winning another one anytime soon, okay?
Hey, man, they could win the LCK title next year and go to...
No, they could win a title. I think they could win a title. It's just, like, the thing is, the tournament was whack. Like, the whole way the groups drawn out...
The fucking region you suck off every week one. What are you
complaining about? What I meant was, like, there was no hype. There was no underdogs that won. There was no, like, the only...
Okay, the group that was... Let me ask you this. Do you think EDG was an underdog going into Damwon, right? So was EDG beating Damwon bigger than like FPX choking at a group stage?
Yes.
That's the thing. I think so, because dude.
Yes, because I saw after watching the finals with how FPX could have tied the series and they literally choked against EDG when I saw yes. Yes, yeah, so, that's an easy answer for me.
Yeah. So, like, the thing here is you have EDG coming into the best of 5, right? And like they're pretty much underdogs. Like, no one really thought they could really beat Damwon. Most people had 3-1, 3-0. Like,
because they're idiots.
You know, only the only people that I knew had EDG winning were what's the guy on Vitality before he gets kicked for playing for perks? Oh my God, Leader, Tyler 1, and Warren were the only 3 people I know that had EDG winning.
Yeah, because people are idiots. Like, yeah, DK was better when they're at their peak over EDG at their peak.
Yeah.
And they should have won if they didn't fuck up. However, to say that they were underdogs, like they clearly smoking crack, everybody. Viper gaps Ghost, Mako gaps fucking Barrel, Scout goes even with Showmaker, JJ Canyon, JJ if he
JJ
showed
popped
up.
off. Yeah,
If he showed up, which he did,
yeah.
goes even with Canyon, and then
Flandre
Khan
was
was
better
not
than
doing
Khan.
well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't
yeah.
an underdog thing. Like DK should have won if they didn't fuck up and they were like better on paper. But to say that EDG was underdog, that's
I guarantee Sean just watches the first 3 games and then he doesn't watch the rest. He's one of those guys.
The whole thing. I watched the whole thing.
You're like, DK won in his heart. It's like, I'm not gonna watch the other 3 games.
I watched that game 5 and I watched the horrible fucking team chemistry game 5 with DK. Like fucking Khan gets like a pick off before he dies, and then Showmaker and them goes in thinking, okay, now we can fight. It's like, no, you run away. What the fuck are you doing?
Dude, when Damwon beat EDG in these games 2 and 3, I'm like, okay, this is a 3-1. Like this is the Damwon we expected coming into the
I knew it'd be a
game.
3-2.
And then it was game 4, because game 4 is the only foggy one in my head. Because you have 2, so this is when JJ took Viego. Like, people had stopped playing Viego, like, the whole tournament. Like, he was good for a little bit, and then people stopped playing Viego for some reason. They let Scout get on Zoe. I'm like, what? You guys are, like, just giving them power picks here. Why is Scout on, why is Scout playing Zoe? Then you get Flandre back, Graves. Then you give JJ one of the best champions at the tournament. Then they get Lucian. They actually just lost the draft so hard. I was there like, okay, they're gonna win this game. They just lost draft. They actually
actually they got, the thing is, like, Viego got winning lanes.
True.
So like, if Viego has winning lanes, he's gonna outscale, and I still think he's a good champion. It's just people were so enamored with Talon and Zed and Kiana that they forgot about like Gray. Like, I honestly thought that they could have gone with like even Diana. I thought Diana is still a good jungler. It's like people forget that these junglers exist. I don't know what is with these coaches. Like, they forget that there's over 150 champions, and apparently, Canyon doesn't know what the smite button is.
Comfortability. Remember, dude. Just because they could be options doesn't mean the players themselves are maybe comfortable playing that.
Mega choke here by DK. Holy fuck.
Buddy. Comfortability. Then if it's comfortability, then they should not have played. Canyon could have played like because the thing is, the reason, like, how you gonna? Okay, here's the problem I have here. You don't ever want your jungler to be the AD pick, right? Like, unless you have, like, you want it to be mixed. Like, that already was to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, who's gonna initiate a fight? Jin, Gwen.
Seems like
Nami R? What's
it's either you have the Nami started off with Tidal Wave and you have Shockwave. That's the combo. That's what I was trying to say. Like, they straight up lost draft. I don't know, Coma was sniffing chopstick crack or something, but EDG just literally outdrafted them. They got 4 power picks. 4 of them. Like, I was sort of like, okay, all right, Damwon, just go to game 5. Taylor can't do anything.
It might not be Lulu. It might not be Lulu. Not Lulu. Lucian Nami, but Lulu is still a good.
Lulu's a pretty good champion with Lucian.
For a hyper carry, Lulu is still really good. So I don't know. Like, I think if Barrel was on, like, say, Alistar or Rel.
Well, they banned Leona.
They banned
so many teams choke with Lucian Nami for whatever reason.
Lucian Nami's a really, really strong bot.
Yeah, but like almost every team fucking chokes with them from what I saw. Like, I don't get it.
And that's the thing, is like, Barrel looked like he was first timing Nami on stage, and that's the thing. They realized to themselves, I can pincer Damwon's bot lane because of how weak they are. Like, okay, let me go with this last draft really quickly, because guys who are watching, this is the last draft of the year, actually. Sorry, 1 second about that.
Nice.
1 second about that.
Is it just me, or does Viper get fucking caught out in like every game when he has a huge
lead?
Oh my God, Warren's like,
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just making a random point.
Doesn't matter who won. No, I'm kidding, Sean. I'm kidding. You're right. Viper did get caught out a lot. Like, I didn't mind this draft. Here's the problem with this draft.
Okay.
I don't like 6.
But that's the only thing Ghost can really play outside of that, or Jin.
No, like he could have like. There's other options. Like there's.
Give him. I mean, there's Misfortune.
I mean, Aphelios was up. You know. Oh no, not they took Aphelios.
Well, because if you for Dam 1, I don't think you can take Aphelios because doesn't Aphelios automatically mean you're automatically going into Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Personally, I would have just gone back to something that like this might have sound. You guys might think I'm crazy. I would have just gone with AP Varus right here. Varus would have been fine. Varus dominates the lane.
Was that good on this patch though?
Varus can beat Aphelios in lane.
The thing here is
like, and then you have kill potential because once they hit 6, what's he gonna do? Like Varus R, Leona R, somebody's losing a flash or something.
True. Yeah. It's
like
the thing here with this draft. Okay, so like I know people were like, well, why did they put him on Ziggs? Well,
Tristana. I'm sorry, Tristana is still good.
That could work.
And could have worked. So I don't know why they went with that. Tristana could have worked in this draft.
You see, that's the thing though. Like I get like why they put Ghost on Ziggs because of his limited champion pool, but give him a champion that also has high DPS. You have Syndra and Trundle and Graves. Obviously, having those champions are going to make sure you have a poke composition that can pick someone off, and Trundle can definitely isolate them. Now, you got to kind of factor in, if they take Aphelios, they are automatically dedicating more resources for Ghost not to get obviously Dove consistently, because if you take Aphelios, you're obviously dedicating a late game strategy to Aphelios because you have Zoe, Kennen. I mean, like, to me, EDG just have the better drafts. Like, they just outdrafted them like these past couple of games. Like, I just can't see a world because if Kennen flanks Syndra and Graves, there's nothing they can do. There's literally nothing they can do. They have no escapes. There's nothing they can do. The best thing they have is just Leona? Really? If Jin Zhao locks himself onto Syndra, he's going to just murder her unless she uses Scatter the Weak. So, like, I just don't really get, like, what was the Trundle pick for? Why the fuck can only...
The Trundle pick was for Xin Zhao.
Yeah.
And the Trundle does do it with the Divine Center. He does do a lot of damage, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And... Because they thinned out the AD pool as you've seen, so like I don't know.
Oh my god! Oh, it's Copta's in the thing. Oh, what's up, Copta? How you doing, man? Warren saying who won is fucking ironic. Mad Lions won. Oh lord, it was literally just the Trundle pick that was an issue. Everything else about the draft is great.
No.
DK had better top mid. EDG had better junk bot. Trundle is terrible pick into a poke comp, so you can't pick it.
What the heck is the poke on this? The only poke on there is Zoe, and
no. I meant that he meant it for Dam 1. Dam 1 has Graves, you have Graves and Ziggs. You have
Syndra. Well, Syndra's a burst champion. What are you talking about?
I'd say burst poke. They have a burst poke comp, right?
Syndra's a burst mage. She doesn't keep poking like a Zoe or a Jace. Like
love tap you.
Okay, for second of all, the Trundle is fine. They had their AP pick. They needed a champ that could scale and it could, like, if you saw a lot of the team fights, once the Ziggs R was gone,
my bad, dude. Yeah, he meant EDG. My bad.
Yeah, but the Trundle is for the Xin Zhao. That's why, like, they were doing that in LEC too. There's a reason why.
They did that, yeah.
Yeah, they did that a lot. There's nothing new.
Like, I don't know. I mean, to me, I think EDG have the better comp. They definitely have a better team fighting. Rakan, Knockup, Kennen ult, Zoe.
Yeah, they have 2 engages. They have 3 engages if they have like the problem is this and the Ziggs. I mean, Kafka has a bit of a point, but the Ziggs is you're saying the Trundle, but the Trundle isn't the problem. Once Ziggs R is gone, what do you do? Nothing. Like you're just pulling your fingers.
There's not a lot of follow-up damage either, though. Like, you would think there'd be a lot of follow-up damage with Graves and Syndra. Just never really felt like they did as much damage as their comp should have did.
Because they played horribly as a team in this game. They did. Literally, it's like Colin would go in, and then the others would be like 15 seconds behind him.
And I don't understand. Like, I mean, I guess it's personal preference, but the reason I'm saying is Tristana is you can put Tristana in a side lane. You can't put Ziggs in a side lane because Tristana, if you leave her alone, she's gonna shred down the tower. Oh well, he just got outplayed.
Why would he even go in?
Because it's Khan.
The fog of war, he didn't know. He thought he had to all in. He should have warded, but you never know, really, guys. Now this dive, I was like, this is where they got the turret, right? Yeah, they got the turret in this one. Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, okay. But see what I mean? Like, well, R's gone. What's Ziggs gonna be doing?
Holy shit! like I'm saying, like Damwon's comp can work, but it works more as well as you said, early to mid or mid to late. Honestly.
Oh, Showmaker fucked up hard this game.
Watch, another R is gonna. Oh, did he even do an R here?
I think Barrel threw his ult, and then Scout landed one of the bubbles. Yeah, Barrel stuns up Scout. No, he zoned it. Okay, yeah,
right,
okay.
Look what that R did. It knocked down the support. Whoop-de-doo. And it didn't do much.
Is Showmaker usually like this bad with Syndra?
I didn't. The thing is here, like people said Syndra was gonna be better in the tournament because like certain mages came back, but I didn't really see a lot of people actually playing Syndra though. I think only BDD played Syndra. Actually.
It should have worked very well, and especially in this.
Personally, I don't understand why he just. I think Azir is a matchup that goes into Zoe. Azir would have given them so many options with the Leon.
Do you think Ahri would have worked actually?
No, stop it.
I just like Ahri. You guys are crackheads.
No, you just like white women.
I mean that is also true. You were speaking no
facts there. Look at this. Look at this. So he kills him. He kills him. Why did they go back in? Why did they not just run? Yeah, Kong got a kill back. You were not gonna win that fight. The under 3. Leave. Why did they go back in? That lost them the game.
Viper literally was eating some chopstick crack when he just did that. I was like, what are you doing? The Aphelios is supposed to play safe, not die, scale up, because JJ already gave them resources. He already protected them enough. It's like, Flanger, what are you... not Flanger, I'm sorry. Viper, what are you doing? Like, also, that was... Yeah, go ahead, Warren.
Why I like the Tristana is because as the game goes on further, her range gets increased. So now she can poke people down and whittle them down. Like, I think it was an E. I forgot her attacks. Basically, the bomb she puts on and then 2 autos, she can kill basically.
Why did they go back in?
Everybody.
Them going back in literally lost them the game. Why did they not leave Khan after he got the kill back?
What are they doing?
That literally lost them the game.
Dude,
this
EDG
is
paid them. Dude, Damwon should have checked their bank accounts. EDG paid them to do that. Look,
it's just like TSM paid Jack some FTX money and send that tweet.
Oh Lord, this guy, this man.
Bro, their brains just like turned off. They're like, okay, I mean, hey, if he's throwing, why can't we throw? Who can throw better? You know? Holy shit! They even got the Baron after that. They literally just threw the game and still got a Baron. And people said this was like the best of 5 they had seen at Worlds ever. Get the fuck out of here. You suck my dick.
Showmaker is so useless this game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because he wasn't on a playmaking champion. Like, Azir would have been fine. Like, Azir, they're already at 30 minutes.
Didn't they ban Azir in the draft phase, actually? Did they ban Azir?
They did.
No. Yeah, you're right. They didn't ban Azir. Unless they did and I missed it. They didn't ban Azir. What did they ban? Okay, so they took out... Damwon banned Jarvan, Ryze, Nami, Viego, LeBlanc. EDG bans Talon, Kiana, TF. Oh, they took away TF. Oh, okay, that makes sense, yeah.
How did they think they were going to beat them with that damage?
Damn. No, Warren's right. If you have Azir, this comp works out a whole lot better, though. No, you're right, yeah. You're right. I mean,
yes, you can, Kafta. They've done it plenty of pros have done it plenty of times.
Who else do you pick then? Okay, if you don't pick Azir, who do you pick then? Because Showmaker works better on playmaking champions. I mean, they banned Ryze and TF, so there's nothing. I mean, what else do you have to do? What else?
The only other picks is Yone, and they can't because that messes up the Trundle pick. So who do you go with then?
Damn. I mean, he can play other things. The problem is like, who do you put him on? He has got to be on a playmaking mid laner, right? Because if you have him, as you just saw in Syndra, he doesn't really do anything, right? Or would Orianna work out? Would Orianna work out into Zoe or no? Or I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, guys, I'm not a super expert. I'm not a super expert. I'm just throwing out
Azir
champions
is
here.
fine. I've seen the matchup. They do pick Azir into Zoe. It's fine.
Yuki, oh, what's up, man? How you doing, dude? Check out Viper's flash over Syndra in that play. Oh, shit. Kofta says you can't play Azir into Zoe. Azir into Zoe is in a super troll. Holy shit. Exactly, the Trundle is the issue. Shit. Oh, God.
Well, but again, who's the AD picks?
Okay, so my thing.
Literally, Trundle counters in.
Can he not join? Is he not going to join or?
Oh, Kofta, you can join. You have the link to join. It's in you have it on Discord. You can join if you want, dude. If you can. I don't know if you're still at work right now, so I don't want to get you in trouble at work.
Hey, congrats EDG on the luckiest Worlds win since 2016.
Jesus Christ, Sean. Do you love life? Do you like?
Not really. I kind of just want nuclear war.
Oh, sorry. Wait, I dropped my computer. Sorry. Oh, yeah. I'll give it to you right now. Sorry about that.
Yeah, classic black man move by MSK.
Well, unfortunately, Kofta, I will have to win this round because I have to go. So.
Wait, you're not gonna? Can you send in your stuff though? The TSM Award, Beerson
Award. Oh, yeah. So before we get back into that, we have our just like last year, we had our Worlds 2020 All Pro teams, and for Worlds it's only 2 because you're literally going to the bottom of the barrel.
Well, right? I did for fun. I just did
X
for fun,
fucking D TSM.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, all right, Warren. Who is your Worlds 2021 All Pro second team?
Khan, Owner, Showmaker, Life, Gumishi.
All right, who's your first team?
Flandre, Canyon, Faker, Viper, Carrier.
Who's your MVP of the whole tournament?
Scout.
What's the TSM Award?
FPX.
Beerson Award.
Humanoid.
Humanoid?
Hey,
whoa! Hyped up.
They literally won.
Over currency? Over currency?
The Beerson Award is basically a hyped up player from their region completely failing and not even living up to the expectations of what people set for him. That's essentially the award. But yeah, Warren, thank you, man. Anything else you want to say before we head out of here, man? Now we have to suck Warren's dick for the next year because EDG won.
EDG won. Who cares about off-season drama? Only cares about when the season starts.
I do.
X fucking D, dude.
XD, that's what a TSM fan would say.
I know, right?
No, I don't care.
Look at that fucking subreddit.
Oh,
right.
Shit. I guess C9 is gonna be good too. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Hell yeah, dude. Copy.
Copy
and
let's be honest,
a lot better than fucking TSM. Holy
Let's be honest, guys. Let's stop it.
They don't make the players cry
TSM,
every single day.
C9 and TL will all be garbage. The only team that's going to be good is 100T.
Yikes.
Yo.
Yeah,
yikes. Okay, all right.
Yo. How the fuck is Sven saying?
Holy shit, dude. I don't know.
That is have a good day. Enjoy the stream.
Warren, yeah. Have fun at watching Eternals. I was surprised you didn't have
Eternals suck, dude. I hated it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord. No wonder why you're infertile. Goodbye.
It's the only Marvel movie that got rotten rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm kidding.
Oh no! Eternals is really not that good. It's
terrible. Fuck.
That also works too. Okay, so let me go over. Oh yeah, Sean. All right, who is your Worlds 2021 All Pro second team?
Okay, well, it's been Kana, Tarzan, Showmaker, Viper, Mako.
First team.
Ale, Canyon, Chovy, Gumayushi, and Ming. And then for fun, I did a third and a fourth team for fun. I'll say it. Jaihu, Karsa, Scout, Gala, Carrier. And then fourth team, it's a tie between Khan, Flandre, and Fudge because I can't choose. And then JJ, Faker, Hansama, and Kaiser. So they are there. Then my
Who's your-
MVP is Scout.
Okay, that's a good one. All right, who's the TSM award?
TSM Award. Okay, so I was gonna say FPX, but they were honestly just a false narrative by idiots and casters who did not actually watch LPL, just like Gen G 2018, RNG 2019, G2, and Team Top Esports in 2020. Honestly, and they also had things going on backstage after their 2-1 week, which affected it, and not having Bo over Tion. So I'm not going to say them. I was then going to say RNG, but they did actually perform up to standards. So did T1 and DK. They all just fucking threw, and with their drafts. So the team that I decided to choose basically is
FT1?
no Mad Lions, because all these fucking hype fans, casters are hyping them. Oh, the next EU dynasty headed into
made
it.
out of groups.
It faded out a bit because they were all pussies and didn't want to like get proven wrong, so they let low on the hype a little bit. But holy fuck, they performed like dog shit, the worst in their group. Shouldn't have made it out. Got destroyed in quarterfinals. Holy fuck, this is the next EU dynasty. First seed. Holy fuck, they were terrible.
Oh god. Okay, Sean. Okay, who's your Beerson Award?
Yeah, my Beerson Award. Oh yeah, and they only made it out of groups thanks to Tactical and Icon on the payroll.
Down the payroll for the hell.
Yeah, anyway, can I say upset for the Beerson Award?
No, please, no, we'll get canceled.
Okay, well, similar to the TSM Award, I can't go with Doinby. He was really overhyped heading into it just because he won Most Valuable Player in summer in LPL, which was only because he was just the that doesn't mean he was like the best mid laner or anything. It just means that, you know, his play style and everything, won his team games and stuff, carried them sort of. It's basically like Svenskar in 2019 when he won the MVP. It doesn't, so people are overhyping him. I was gonna maybe pick Blabber just because of the extent people went with like calling him like a Chinese jungler, mechanical guard, like the best NA young prodigy, but then he kind of, and 2-time MVP winner, but he did then he redeemed himself later on, so I'm not going to go with that.
Okay.
All right, but the player I'm going to go with basically is probably Nuggery, because holy fuck.
He was hyped to be the best top laner at the event.
Yes, and the shy and shit, and then he goes to fucking LPO and FPX and shits the bed all year long. Holy fuck, played so bad at Worlds. What a fucking disappointment. Shouldn't have took the money. Should have just stayed on damn one.
Bro, he's rich for life. He's set.
Holy fuck.
Dude, he can tell his kids and his wives later on down many years that he failed, but he's rich. That's what he can tell him.
I guess, but my god, if T1 fucking signs him, oh my god.
Oh, T1's probably gonna sign him. You know for sure.
It might work out, but who knows? Fuck.
I think he was just done with China.
He's done with China. Yeah, dude, if you're in interviews and you're saying the team you're playing on has inconsistencies, oh lord, that's not always a good sign.
Okay, Kofta, you can go down.
I don't have a second team. But I can. My first team was exactly the same as yours, but I would put Mako as number one support.
Okay, it's fine. That's good. He played really well, actually. He played well the whole event.
I am surprised you put Ale over Frondre, but I completely agree. Ale was the best.
I mean, I think Main did a lot of fantastic pathing throughout the year, so that's why I put him over Mako.
You know,
I thought we were talking about just Worlds for Pro Team.
Yeah, it's Worlds. Yeah,
even then I thought he did, but maybe I'm being a little biased. Maybe I didn't see the games enough. I don't know. But
all right, Kofta, who's your Worlds 2021 All-Pro team? You said you only have the one team, right?
Yeah, I only have the one team. Okay. It's exactly the same.
Okay.
But I would put Mako as the best support. And
so you have Flondre, right?
Mm-hmm.
Canyon.
Flondre, Canyon. Mid, I would still put Faker. Because I honestly think he had the most unique style out of every mid laner.
That's fine. Yeah.
But Showmaker was objectively better if you just look at a 1v1.
Are you talking about your second one?
No.
He just had the one team. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. And your AD carry was what? Guma Yusi?
Yep. By a very clear margin.
Yeah, he was so fucking good.
Yeah. Holy shit. I said Ale, not Flondre.
Yeah, I said Ale. Ale, Canyon. I thought you said Canyon. Mid, I would put Faker, but I can completely understand Showmaker.
All right,
I said Chovy.
Oh no, then I
He
disagree.
single-handedly carried Hanwha Life to quarters.
Yes, but only from a individual perspective.
Yes, but he was easily the best mid.
There was a lot of best mids at the event, though. Like,
you could say Faker was worse in terms of CS numbers and everything, but his pressure or his ability to give gold to his ADC and still do what's relevant in
top
fights.
4. Definitely top 4 Faker still.
All right, Kofta, who's your MVP of the event?
Without a doubt, Canyon until the finals. When you picked Trundle. Literally, it was like so obviously Canyon, and then the finals happened. So I don't know, it's tough. But I'm going to still give it to Canyon. That was like one of the best jungle diffs I've seen in a very long time.
Who would you give it on EDG if you had to choose? Viper or
Probably,
Scout?
no, actually probably Mako.
Oh, really?
I really liked his play in the finals.
Okay.
Like his warding for mid lane was unbelievable, man.
All right, who's your TSM award going to?
For sure, FPX.
And the Beerson Award's probably going to be Doinby too?
No, Nuggery.
Oh, okay.
I think the issue is that Doinby actually played well. He was the only person on the team that actually played well. I thought his pick on Rumble was really bad, but outside of that, I thought he played fine. I thought Nuggery played really low compared to the standards I had for him, and obviously Tien hardened it, but no one expected him to do well. So I would say Nuggery.
All right, guys, this is my Worlds 2021 All-Pro team, second and first teams. The second team I have is Ale, Owner, BDD, Viper, and Mako. Ale actually played super, super well. I like this guy. I think if he had gotten to the quarterfinals, he would have actually did a lot of damage, actually. Because during this World Championship, there wasn't really that many good top laners, though. As I was looking back through like all the games, I'm like, these guys all kind of sucked. Outside of like Khan, Xiaohu, Ale, and Flandre. Like, these guys are all pretty fucking bad. Owner, to me, actually surprised very, very well. He actually played a lot of good games, actually. BDD, I think this guy is going to go down as, like, the most forgotten mid-carry of the tournament. Like,
oh, yeah, I completely forgot about him, honestly.
He played so fucking well.
It's just he just misses the cup for me. He's number 5. It's just there's just so many good mids.
There's so many good mids at the event. Like,
exactly. And plus, of course, he's gonna fucking carry against Cloud9. Like fuck, but yeah, he's number 5 definitely. It's just there are 4 amazing ones as well.
Viper and Mako. I mean, they were arguably the best or second best AD carry and support at the tournament. I mean, you know, that should go without saying. My first team is Flandre, Canyon, Showmaker, Gumayushi, and Kyria. I mean, Gumayushi and Kyria, without a doubt, best bot lane at the tournament. Like, they were actually just stopping everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he was the best. I agree that's the best bot lane in the world, but I think Kyria definitely could have done better at Worlds.
I think they both complemented each other really well, which is what I like.
I feel like Kyria could have done better.
A bit better, but like I was like, it's fine. Because who else that I didn't really see anybody playing as well as him, just from my point of view. And I was like, both bot lanes were perfectly fine to me. I think both bot lanes are pretty comparable. They're like interchangeable if you want to have them. Showmaker should go without saying. I mean, he should go without saying. I was gonna have Chovy here. I was actually gonna have Chovy here, but it's like, what do you value though? It's like there's certain things I value in a player, and it's not just like CS numbers or hard carrying. Like, yes, he's hard carrying, but he's not really getting much out of his team the same way Showmaker is.
Oh, he does.
Canyon should go without saying too. Like, I know I'm saying a lot of guys, but I mean, these are pretty much like best players at the event. And Flandre was the best top laner. I think a lot of people just were sleeping on him.
So that was all of DK in my opinion, though. All of them, like, we're basically, I mean, if going by what you think of Chovy, all 5 of their players are basically like mini Chovies on their team. It just worked so well in 2020 because all 5 of them were literally just gods, all just crushing, just dicking everybody. So that's why it worked, but they don't complement each other as much as a team.
Then for my MVP of the tournament, I actually have BDD. I really valued what he was doing on Genji, despite like literally dragging around corpses to semifinals. Actually,
fucking Rascal.
Good God, he had to drag Rascal around.
That's worse than an underrated. I'm sorry for interrupting you again while you're doing this, but you know what? Actually, I didn't have it on my. But you know what? It's a very underrated guy. No one's talking about.
Doggo?
Light on LNG.
Light on LNG.
Light on LNG.
Light and Iwandi. Oh, the AD carry. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. He was good. The TSM Award.
The best KDA of the tournament.
TSM Award goes to FPX. Beerson Award goes to Doinby. You know, Doinby to me was one of the most hyped up players going into the event, and he pretty much failed at every single aspect. Though, yes, he was one of the players like doing much on the team, but nothing of what anybody was saying happened with the player at all.
God.
You know, he just absolutely just failed completely. You know, so yeah, guys, that goes down in history. You know, for me, I did this with my friend last year. It's another way of just adding some flavor, you know, into this. I know people are like, well, what's the Beerson Award? Well, I'll explain it for anybody that's new watching. Last year, when TSM won the LCS 2020 Summer Split, the TSM fans,
biggest fluke in League of Legends history.
The TSM fans on the subreddit were basically saying that TSM could put the same style that Cloud9 could in the previous spring split. So I'm going to myself, what? They had Beerson as like one of the best mids, you know, going into the tournament, and TSM as one of the best Western teams going into the tournament. They could get out of the group stage. I started going like, okay, yeah, that did not happen because they went 0-6 and Beerson looked like crap.
Yeah, predictable.
So I was like, okay, I have my own awards now. And people say, well, why can't you just use the Dottie Award like Thorn and Monty? Because I want to have my own. It's super simple. I'm not going to try to copy someone else. It's their thing. This is our thing. Super simple logic, you know?
Yeah, it's more smaller thing. It's not like as big as they do it.
Yeah, like it's super simple. Like I want things to be like on my own. I don't want to try and copy the people though.
Yeah.
There's a reason why their shows are different. So
yeah, like people can give you recommendations, but I mean you're not gonna just like copy exactly somebody's style.
Yeah. And I think this way you get to show off a lot of players that normally won't get talked about because like they've only like because to be fair they don't have all pros for Worlds, and I think that's something you should do. I was like, wait, if we do all pros for individual regions, why not do them for Worlds? So wouldn't the same logic still apply? The problem here with doing it with MSI is you'd be pretty much just doing them with the top two teams, and I think there's way fewer teams for MSI to really do it for, honestly. So that's the reason why I kind of just do it for Worlds, though. But there's not really many players to do it for a third team, though. So you kind of make it a bit more unique. Two teams, MVP, individual awards that go in with that, actually. Now, I might actually include MIP next year, or there might be another individual award, like most unexpected player to overperform, something like that, somewhere along that lines, right?
It can't be fudge because everybody with a brain knew.
Well, like a player that people thought wouldn't have done well and then did well at the event. That's an award.
That'd probably be JJ, right? Well, if you think he did well in the other games before finals, that would probably be JJ, maybe.
But I would, have to get a name for that kind of award. That's what I was thinking about. But, for anybody that's going to go like, oh, my God, what is all this? There you go. Now you have the explanation. But, yeah. All right. Worlds is over. EDG are your 2021 League of Legends World Championship. Congrats to the LPL. Yep. You are king now for another year until whatever happens.
Yeah,
right?
I'm happy for you. I'm not like listen, I'm sorry. It's just facts that like, if the other teams did not fucking throw so hard in like drafting game and they came to on that day at their peak, then EDG would not have won.
They threw drafts so hard. It's like Coma was just gifting them a championship.
Yes, and especially RNG. All three of RNG's losses in that best of 5 quarterfinals were literally draft. All right, I'm sorry. I'm not discrediting them. They're like the 4th best team in the tournament. They were great as well, and I love all those players on the team. I love the organization. I'm happy for them, and I'm so glad that the 1 year they win Worlds, there are no fans, so I don't have to fucking hear those EDG chants. Those are so annoying, all right? But it's just the truth, all right? If teams actually all the teams played to their peak, drafted well those days, then it would have been RNG versus T1, and I didn't even think RNG was that good, but it's just the truth on their side of the bracket.
Also didn't help that Wei was just like gifting Barons over left and right. Like he didn't have to press the smite button anymore. He's just like, I'm done. I don't have to press smite anymore. All right. Let's go over the 2021 offseason though, because TSM double lift, there's been so much drama, guys. Like you can't make this shit up. All right, so what do you guys want to start with? You guys want to start with TSM? You guys want to start with like,
anything
the
you want
rumors?
to do? I don't really care much.
So there's this rumored stacked TL roster: Wipo, Santorin, Bjergsen, Hansama, and Core JJ. That roster looks like it's absolutely disgusting. Actually,
yeah. Well, it does, like, there are things that I have a question about, but in comparison to all of the NA rosters they're building, it does. Because this one, other years, like, yeah, people are overhyping, like, rosters TL put together, especially with fucking Broxa. But people actually thought that guy was great. Holy fuck, just a Lee Sin one trick hiding in the bushes. Good lord. But
Yeah, I think everyone
anyway,
except for Santorin on that roster is
like you're
top
saying,
two in the region.
Santorin is 50-50. Whippo, he is a dominant top laner. Like, yeah, he can match with anybody, but he really isn't that
Is he
great.
I mean, he's top. I would say he's top 2 in NA, I guess. Behind Fudge.
He isn't as great as people say. He's so overhyped. He's been since day one. And then, Beerson, who knows, like, how he'll be after, like, a year break. And he wasn't, honestly, that good for, like, the last 2 years on TSM outside of the summer 2020. All right, so who knows how good he'll actually be. And Han Sama, yeah, I love him. I'm so mad fucking Cloud9 didn't get him. He'll probably be number 1 ADC, honestly.
Their bot lane is insane, man.
Yeah. But the one thing people don't mention is Han Sama, as much as he's actually, like, amazing and puts out damage, he has, like, a one-dimensional playstyle, kind of, honestly. So that could maybe be a problem if teams, like, grow a fucking brain and take advantage of it. And then Core JJ, who knows, he might regress, maybe not, but yeah, it's still so. And this happens with every Team Liquid roster. But however, in comparison to the others, it's good.
There's a lot of things that a lot of people aren't really bringing up because so if the TL roster that's rumored is supposed to be a thing, you have Bwipo. Let's just start there. Bwipo's not an upgrade over Alfari, but he might be an upgrade in communication. So that's going to be
even.
It's one of those double-edged swords type things that they might need. Actually,
it's a downgrade. I personally think it's a downgrade, but
it's a slight downgrade.
They upgraded in the bot lane, so it's not.
So you also have Santorin. Like I said before, guys, I don't really think he's that good. Like a lot of people tend to just randomly overrate him. He's like a decently better Smithy to me.
He's just a really rock solid all around jungler. He's nothing. Yeah. He's not like excellent at anything. Just rock solid all around.
Yeah, Beerson. So like the big debate was they swapped out a mid laner that didn't get them out of groups, but they did well at Worlds with him for a mid laner who didn't even play in 2020, hasn't played competitively in a year, but obviously hasn't playing solo queue for Beerson, right? So the thing is, like, why would you swap out someone who does well at Worlds, just did well at Worlds from Jensen was one of the core reasons why they almost got out of the group for a player that didn't play in 2020. Like, I could see why people are mad, though.
Because they're trying to screw over the rest of the competition. They just eliminated TSM and they eliminated C9 by doing this. Because if Jensen stays, Beerson, guess where he's going?
Yeah.
He's going to C9. And so, I mean, like, this is a phenomenal move in that regard because Jensen doesn't want to go back to C9 for,
because, like, I'm just not a huge fan of players going back to orgs they've already been on because it was already shown it's not. Like,
Niski is an exception in my opinion because they had good, like, stuff. They didn't, like, go on, like, bad
Niski makes sense if you keep Blabber because you want to play through Blabber.
Yes, and they have great chemistry.
Blabber. Right. The issue I have with the C9 roster, which we'll get to, is that they need a much better bot lane than what they have if they want to have Niski in the mid lane.
Yeah. Sorry. You needed to get rid of Sven. This is a joke. I hyped up, Fudge when I watched him Academy and OCE. Isles, he's basically like Santorin. He's rock solid in Academy. He definitely is LCS ready. He should have been last year. But he's nothing amazing. He's like a fucking an Afro Moo or whatever.
Are you sure that's gonna be the roster?
That's the rumored roster, right, for Cloud9. But the thing with
I expect them to promote King. I expect them to promote
King. Not after that.
So the thing with the Team Liquid roster with me is like this could be a fantastic roster, and it looks like a fantastic roster on paper, but Hansama also brings in issues a lot of people don't actually like to bring up, Like, there was a few years ago back where he could really only exceptionally play Lucian and Draven well. And he's definitely not the same player like that before.
Kind of a one trick. That's why I said he's one-dimensional.
That's the thing is, like, did Team Liquid overrate his Worlds 2021 performance, though? I don't think they did. I mean, it's a
No.
very fair pickup, though. Like, obviously, you want to grab him over Tactical. It's an upgrade in, like, every single way.
I know,
for
it's still an
Tactical, right?
excellent pickup. It's just he's not going to be
If-
as
if they-
amazing as people think.
Yeah, like, if he can be able to play more than one champion, as effective as he can play Lucian and Draven, I think it's going to work out for them. I mean, Core JJ didn't really have that great of a 2020 year, though. Like, just being honest here, like, he didn't really play that well
Yeah,
overall
again,
this
it's
year.
like how much do you think he's going to regress? That's the
It
question.
depends, obviously.
Yeah, and then
is he-
Blippo, again, Blippo is, like, yeah, definitely overrated.
mean his
What I will
girlfriend?
say about Blippo, though, is he's still a top player that you would just hate to play against. He's just very, like, dominant even when he's, like, not playing great. He just has that edge factor. You just don't want to play. It's annoying to play against him. That's why I was mad with him going to NA. I don't want Cloud9 to play against him.
Like, that's my thing here is the Team Liquid roster can work. It just depends. Also, no one's bringing up this point that I don't hear anybody talking about. Beerson was literally just a head coach, okay? Any coach that has to coach the team has to do with Bwipo, a literal former head coach, right? So that's the problem. Like, if no one will understand that's an inherent issue that'll probably pop up at one point, your brain ain't working. Because that's my thing. It's like, which type of coach do you get for this team? Because there was a player who literally was a head coach and a player who, let's just say, is very, very vocal in terms of Bwipo. So I could see them having issues in the coaching department because, you know, two of the players on the team could literally just be a head coach in and of themselves, right?
Yeah, like, again, this is just like almost any other Team Liquid roster that gets overhyped because of name recognition, just like Roxa, just like when they got like Alfari last year, who was an amazing pickup. But yeah, but this roster is definitely better than all the others they put together out of that they overhyped. How much better, we're just gonna have to see. But either way, there are a lot of question marks. However, I definitely think that they are just number one this time, unlike last year and stuff, just for the plain fact that all the other teams now have gotten worse, way worse.
Yeah, a lot of teams have gotten way worse.
Yeah, so it's not because Team Liquid it has like a fucking monster roster. It's just LCS is getting worse.
Also, guys, I have videos coming out about this already. They're literally rendering right now. So by the time this goes up, you'll see the other videos come out. If you're a Fnatic fan, LEC Willow tweeted, sources, Fnatic are in the process of completing a buyout deal with Mad Lions in order to get Humanoid. Also a very, very good pickup for them. So that means no TSM or Cloud9 Humanoid. So, yeah. Also, what was earlier reported today was something about Reckless that Wulo put out. Every LEC team have now locked in AD carry. Reckless is with none of them. Wow. Reckless will not have a team ever since 2013.
Why couldn't C9 get Reckless? Fuck.
No, I'll take him over. Obviously I have tons of issues with him. I didn't want him over like Hansama and so many others, but I'll take him over Sven.
Yeah.
I'll take him over Sven, definitely, 100%.
I mean, to be fair, they still might get him. Nothing is set in stone until Monday. All right, guys, so we'll know where all of these players are by this day. So anybody that's watching that's new to all this stuff, the free HCC open period officially opens all the time, November 15th of said year. So on that day, all of the legal issues get all figured out. The players get to sign the contracts and the orgs get to figure out, you know, okay, we talked to this guy. This is the guy we're signing. Now, obviously, things can still change. But on this day is when things get to actually be in writing, though. So with that being said, yeah, I agree with you guys. I like C9 with Reckless. To be fair, I never thought I'd be saying this, but Reckless would have been an upgrade over Sven for Cloud9, actually.
Yes, he would. That was the one if they got Reckless, if it's over Sven.
Now, if Sven plays to the caliber that we know he can play at, yeah, he's better than Reckless. But as of right now, Reckless would be better than him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. The Cloud9 roster is going to be like...
please don't copy. Holy fuck. Like, copy... people are saying, like, he's, like,
next to, like, Jojo P or whatever, like, a up-and-coming NA mid laner that, yeah, other teams should invest in, like Jojo Pion and other players like Tenacity. Yeah, no, I actually watch Academy every year since 2017. Copy was not that good at all, and he like fucking
I
one
actually
trick a
watched
lot of champs like
I
set.
actually watched some. I tend to watch Academy.
He was
a
not
little-
that
a little bit more.
good.
Yeah, you're right. He's
He,
actually
he
really
and
not
he
that
fucking
good.
played set so much. Oh my god.
Like, dude. Like to be fair, I do watch Academy here or there when I get a chance. Actually, I watch
Yeah,
it
he
probably
could
a bit
improve
more than a
definitely.
lot
He's
of
only
people.
18, but fuck.
I mean, I just don't really see him being that good though. Like, Copy has the same issues that a lot of people didn't even notice when they were hyping up Yusui. Actually, right? People were hyping up Yusui forever, and he looked like crap. He just looked really bad, you know. Mad Lions might have their new mid laner. Sources: Mad Lions are in the process of selling Humanoid as a replacement. They are going to get Reeker. The mid laner who played for Big this year was considered by Fnatic, Excel, and more LEC teams during the offseason.
Yeah,
Okay.
also, I like the jungle move by
Misfits, it's a good backup plan if the one academy jungler they got that they're starting fails. If you
Dude.
scroll up.
Dude, if Jensen doesn't end up on EG, I'm going to lose my shit. That's all I got.
He said
No,
he might be
he
taking-
isn't. They're starting
isn't.
JoJo Pion, they say.
If the rumor pans out true, they're starting JoJo Pion.
I want to see Jensen double with Vulcan, man. On
That'd been a
EG.
great roster.
Yeah, they
That'd been a
chose
You know,
banger
you understand
roster.
how good on brand that is too. Evil geniuses with fucking Jensen and
Yeah,
double
no,
lift.
they
Are
chose
you
Danny
serious?
and JoJo Pion over both of them.
They
Fuck,
want to do the
man.
whole NA development thing. So I mean, it's not
Yeah,
a bad
I mean,
thing,
I
though.
understand it honestly.
Fuck
but-
out of here. Fuck any players, dude. Just fucking. I hate all of that.
I'll
bullshit.
take double lift at this point over fucking Sven.
I'll take
Nine-
any EU. I'll take any EU superstar over any NA player, dude. What the fuck? It's so backwards.
Well, I'll take Danny over double lift. Like, come on.
Lord.
Yeah, go to the Misfits Premiere one.
Misfits Premiere. If you guys
Yeah,
are fans
that
of
I
Team-
think that's
yeah.
a great backup option if their one guy doesn't pan out because he was just from Misfits Premiere. All right,
Okay.
we know how that guy can perform. Was so hyped
Tinks?
going in.
Yeah, Tinks was pretty hyped up. I mean, Tinks
Yeah.
was. I mean, it's the whole.
It was
SK
mostly
Gaming were
argument
trash.
issues, honestly,
Yeah.
with him. So it's a good backup option because I'm sure he'll do fantastic on Misfits Premiere still because he's a fantastic jungler. Could still be LEC next year. So because they're starting that academy guy. So if he doesn't pan out, then they have tanks. Like it's great. That's a great move. And then that Rogue one though really shocked me. Fucking Malrain.
So if you guys are fans of Rogue, sources as a replacement for Inspired, Rogue are in the process of finalizing a deal with Damwon Kia's jungler Malrang.
Yeah, all the EU fans hate it because they're racist against
Amazing
Koreans.
pick. It's an amazing pickup. By
Yeah,
the way.
but they're racist against Koreans.
I want to say
so
too. This is what Team Vitality did when they brought up Mowgli, and that didn't work out very well. Like this could this be the same situation?
yeah, but
could,
look
but-
at these fucking replies. Holy fuck! Shut up. So many
Oh,
EU
God.
fans, goddamn racist.
Yeah, these guys are pretty darn mean to foreign people.
Yeah, there's fucking hate. God, like they can't accept that Here It was the best top laner.
All right, so
last
if you
year.
guys are fans of Patrick, sources, AD carry Patrick has come to an agreement with XL and will re-sign in order to play for them next year. Couldn't make Riddle at okay, I don't know what the fuck. He's just being a crackhead.
Yeah,
Okay, so-
because he did announce it. Oh god, I feel bad for Patrick. God, he's just suffering on these fucking
I don't-
low.
Why
tier
does
teams.
Patrick decide to
Just come
himself
to NA,
suffer-
get the money.
Dude,
Stop
I take
suffering.
Hey, man, I take Patrick over Zen right now.
Yes,
I
he's
would.
just suffering on these low tier EU teams for so many years, wasting away. Just come to NA and make your money. This is just sad.
Well, this is Team McDonald's. If you guys didn't know, actually, there you go. That's Team McDonald's. Oh Lord. So that's my thing too. Is like they said Fnatic could be getting Razork actually. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes. So Fnatic potentially might be getting a new top laner over Adam. It just depends, obviously. All right. So LEC Willow tweeted sources World Finals is cool. What the hell?
Is
Well,
Upset
well-
still on Fnatic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, there was a team that Yusui or
So-
whatever played for called McDonald's.
World's Finals is cool, but Gilius is going to play jungle for SK Gaming in the LEC next
Thank
split. He will
God. Why was he
rejoin his
benched?
former Shaka 4 teammate, Certus.
Why was he benched? That was so
Yeah,
dumb.
when they benched fucking Gilius for shit Irie, I was like, okay, you just cool. Next.
Yeah, just
next.
wasted. Yeah, hey, we shouldn't have a Reginald award. as well.
No.
We'll give it to Schalke or G2.
A Reginald Award. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. All right, guys. Let's go over the double if and fucking Reginald drama, actually.
Yeah, so
Okay, so let me
Schalke wins
bring
the
up-
Reginald Award. So there you go, guys.
Holy shit. The rumored roster is Wonder, Razor, Humanoid, Upton, and Hilly. If they get Wonder, that's pretty good. Now, I know a lot of people like shitting on Wonder, saying, oh my god, he's a bad... Guys, it's one bad year. If Wonder can play at his peak, he's literally like one of the
He's
best top
solid,
players.
but I'll take Adam over him, and I'm not even that hyped with Adam. I'd just rather him.
I think if Wonder plays to his peak, like the style that at least the relative level we like come to understand Wonder at, he's like one of the best top laners in EU.
I don't think he will. I think he'll just be okay or just pretty good at best. I don't see him being like excellent anymore.
So, here we go. We have the double if Reginald drama. So, what do you guys know about it? Like right now, before I go into it, actually.
I'll let Kofta talk
Kofta, you wanna
about
say
this
about
in
that?
depth.
X fucking D, dude. I fucking knew that this was gonna be. Everyone knew that this was a situation behind the scenes, right? Like Regi's a fucking dickhead.
Since season 1, been a fucking
Regi's
toddler.
a fucking dickhead. Yeah, I mean, he's always been a dickhead, and the fact that Double Lift is finally calling him out actually means something, because he is a personality that's so big and so respected in the NA scene that like it actually means something now. Whereas like before, when Thorn would call him out, when ex-TSM players would call him out, it was always just like, oh, they're all just salty.
Yeah,
right?
because TSM
They're all
fans
just
have
haters.
like 2 brain cells.
Yeah, and now the fucking prodigal son that every TSM fan was raving about and talking about, oh, please come back, please play for TSM, please come out of retirement. Now he calls out their fucking darling Regi. And what does the subreddit do? Oh, man, it's too funny. It's too funny.
This is something okay, guys. I don't really hate TSM. Actually, it's kind of crazy.
I hate TSM.
I hate them.
One of the times I actually went to the LCS, me and my friend, this was back when they had Sven and Mithy on their roster, actually. This was the week they lost to Optic Gaming, that one random time. We were in one row above Reginald, and my friend next to me says, oh my god, Mithy's playing so bad on Orin. Reginald looks up to us. I was like, oh my god, this man's gonna get us like beat up or something. Man's insane. I was like, because Mithy, while he was playing Orin, he just kept missing ults because he was fucking, I don't know, throwing his Orin horn into the deep volcanoes or some shit. I don't fucking know, but I was like, he almost got us killed. He actually almost got me beat up by this dude. This dude is crazy, you know? So I was like, please don't say players are playing bad in front of the fucking owners.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
If Reginald, wasn't such a bitch, if it was a different owner, they would turn around, have that look,
turned around
and then say, I agree.
He actually turned around. I was like, oh god. I was like, please don't say that in front of people. That isn't.
I'll say it in front of him, and I don't give a fuck. Let's go, bitch.
You guys are crazy.
I'll beat his fucking ass up, you motherfucker.
Oh,
fucking talking to X Special like that, I'll fucking knock his goddamn teeth out. Fucking loser.
Oh my god.
Reginald,
All
fucking bitch. Double Lift and Beerson is the only reason TSM is still around.
Beerson alone. You can just leave it as Beerson.
Yeah, true. Fuck him.
Okay, so this is my thing. So I'm gonna bring up a video. We're gonna play and talk over it. Obviously, transformative content. Blah, blah, blah. You guys know what I'm trying to say, right? So during this video that I just watched last night, there was something Double Lift said. He's gonna say in the video too. Kind of quoting here. You'll hear it, right? He said him, Beerson, and someone else had a meeting about how to keep Reginald out of their business. I know people have always ragged on Beerson for taking up for Reginald for staying on TSM all these years. He's never actually said anything public about Reginald because he wants to be professional. I respect it. I met the guy. He's an awesome dude. He is really professional though. That is his thing.
Yeah,
that's something I will not lie
is
about.
amazing.
So
Love
my
him.
thing here is, if that story is true, and Double Lift and Beerson and someone else, as Coffin said, Walter, had a meeting to stop Reginald from interfering with them. There was one. It was the LCS 2016 spring split where their superstar roster was completely getting dicked around in the regular season, right? And it's the thing, Reginald had a head coach, and Reginald went on stage and drafted for them himself, and they still lost the game. Fun fact is they lost the game that week. Also, during this split, during these two splits this year, when TSM got through drafting, because, you know, obviously, like, I'm on Twitter sometimes during the games and I'm just scrolling down and shit, you know, Reginald would literally tweet draft diff. He tweeted that one time they were playing up against COG, if we are drafting like this,
He literally
COG,
tweeted that after they lost and their season was over. What the fuck, dude?
He was like, draft diff.
Imagine saying that about Beerson,
the player who's literally giving you,
fuck,
I don't know,
dude?
all of his teenage years, essentially, his life as a young adult, essentially.
I hate that team. I hate their fan base. Absolutely hate it.
There was one of the games they were playing up against. It was that week they lost against CLG, remember? And Reginald actually tweeted, if we can't win draft versus CLG, we might as well have 5 Teemos. Fuck. Like, so I know a lot of people always assumed Beerson just liked being on TSM. You have to kind of factor in, guys. He might have had issues with Reginald. You just aren't going to hear about those things. You know, some players will never tell you all the things that go on behind the scenes. It's just never going to be that way. You know, he's not the kind of person that does that. Is that a good or bad thing? It's a double-edged sword, right? It goes both ways, right? You know, and I don't really understand why Reginald would want anybody to believe he's changed. Okay. He said he would change after the last time with the double lift, Lena, Dardock's not good. No one wants Dardock situation. He's been on camera yelling at people, making them cry, making them feel like shit. Sven's talked about that too on the Kraken episode he had with I Will Dominate last year when Cloud9, like, you know, beat the shit out of everybody in that split. You know? So, like, I don't know, actually. I'm not there in TSM shoes. You know, I'm not a player of TSM. I'm not, obviously, Reginald. I'm just saying there's been so many stories about Reginald. There's video evidence of this, right? And he's claiming he's changed. Remember that shitty thing Reginald put out, not as a person, where he was listing all of NA's achievements internationally? Reginald, your org's the one not doing well internationally.
Yeah.
You know,
How the fuck can you talk shit? Literally every team who went to Worlds besides his has done something. MSI finals at least.
Wait. Oh, okay. That's fair.
Remember
I was saying Worlds, no.
Yeah, no, it's just Cloud9 all the way. But
yeah,
even those teams like Team Liquid and all them, at the very least, they made MSI finals. Yeah, at the very least, like, even though it's like nowhere comparable to Worlds, I can at least say they've done something when they had first seed. All right, TSM, the biggest sacks of shit, just die. Fuck.
Oh my god, dude! Holy shit! Okay, so there was that thing that Reginald put out, you know, a while ago. He was listing all of NA's achievements. Most of them were just Cloud9 achievements, but, you know, TL and CLG have some there too. TSM is literally the reason why NA is a laughingstock, because they consistently fail at Worlds all the fucking time.
No, you know how great it would be if just TSM didn't exist for all these years? Esports would be so much better.
Sean, okay, cough to help this man. This man might need some crack. Holy
I think you're going a little too far.
No, I'm not.
I wouldn't say that the entire org and all of its players are to blame. I like a lot of the players within TSM. I loved Beerson. I've always liked Beerson. He's
could have played for a different team.
Dude,
I love Beerson too.
Spica is a fucking stud. He's hilarious. He's a great personality.
Yeah,
Broken Blade was amazing. Double Lift was really awesome.
I agree.
There have been a lot of TSM players that I think have been amazing over the years. I've always had an issue with TSM management, and my anger is directed at the CEO.
Would you say Part? Because a lot of people have brought up Part. I'm like, Part's only doing his job. Parth
is a yes man. Parth is a yes man. He says yes to.
He's a pretty nice guy. I mean, I don't think Parth's done anything wrong besides do his job. Like,
I'm not going to talk shit about Parth because I literally know his brother. So I'm not going to say anything.
I'm not going down that road.
Who's Parth?
Abort, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, yeah, obviously, yeah, good players and stuff. I won't talk about them though. Like, they could
literally
just
Regi.
played.
Like, Regi can literally, if Regi just didn't exist, then that org would be completely fine. I think that Regi goes too far.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about like the players, obviously, and plus they could just play for a different team all those years. Yeah, I'll just fuck TSM, all right?
All right, guys. So this was the video last night. There's multiple different talking points. Just tell me when you guys want to chime in, and we'll go over it. Okay?
And now we start the drama-free Wednesday. Let's go look at let's go look at Andy's post. Hi all. Obviously, a lot of attention on Double's feelings on TSM. Unfortunately, it's chosen a public venue to air this negativity. I wanted to make a post to share full transparency as to why we made some of our decisions around double ups and rosters in the past. Peter's a good player, one of the best players of all time in NA. Although he's a strong player and leader inside the game, he's really challenging to work with. 2020 offseason. Going into the 2020 offseason, Beerson retired. After hearing the news, Doublelift was unsure whether he also wanted to continue to play. That part is sketchy, but let's keep reading. Therefore, we considered many options about what the future of TSM would look like, and our intention and strategy was to rebuild our team. Holy fuck, this is so long. After a few days passed, he reached out, changed his mind, told us that if we were to sign PoE and any good support player, no matter what language they spoke, he would play. Otherwise, he would look at other teams to retire. This part is actually, it doesn't really matter, but it's like slightly inaccurate. I never told them that I had any intention of doing anything other than playing. Just that I would consider playing for them if they got PoE and any good support player. Because at the time, I'll explain that our roster just exploded. Basically, the only two people who were staying was like me and Spica. And I was thinking it's going to be hard to replace Soren, obviously, but there's two good mid laners available. Or like there's two good mid laners that are possible, not available. It was Jensen and PoE. So I don't know if you guys knew, but Jensen re-signed with Team Liquid for 3 years last offseason. So his options were between TSM and TL. I'm sure he had other options too, but he ended up choosing TL. So I was thinking, I really wanted to play with either. I wanted to play with Jensen a bit more because I like him and think we work really well together. And I thought it would be a good replacement for Soren, obviously. Everyone else would just be such a huge downgrade. Yeah. So why is that important? Because we still want to work with Doublelift, we decided to commit to a strong roster that we want to play with rather than using the year to rebuild. Okay, good idea. We committed to signing PoE and a substantial budget. We're looking to sign Huni and others. Also looking to sign good supports such as Lehen, Sword Art, Palette, or other Korean supports.
Kafta had to go, but anything you wanted to say on the Doublelift regional drama before you head out, actually?
Fuck TSM.
Okay.
Good. Nice take.
All right. Oh, God. Sean, did you want to say anything about anything we went over so far, actually?
Well, we haven't gone much over. It's just raid and shit.
Yeah, I mean, this is all pretty much about the same. This is kind of the thing where it's like, I mean, most of us that this is correct. Reginald and him are both right. You know, Doublelift wanted to play, but it depended on what support they got because their roster blew up. They're both saying the correct thing. It's just in different timelines, essentially. All right, so responding to Reginald's response, a tweet that shows Reginald's ego. All right, let's go right here, okay? Let's go right here. Let's play this.
Blamed Vulcan, told him he would work at McDonald's if there was no import rule. And it became a meme, right? Like Vulcan leaned into it. It's funny. People don't like working with him. It's funny that he has this holier-than-thou attitude about it because he's like a bully who gets away with being a bad person because he's powerful, because people are afraid to stand up to him. And that's what I'm sick of. That when I was talking to my friends last night on Discord, that's what I realized. I'm sick of somebody who's basically just a bully getting away with it because it's in everyone's best interest to not get in his way. And I will show you all of the examples. They have nothing to do with me about why. This is what is it? He's like the COO, right? No, he's the VP of operations. So this is a month ago. His right-hand man, these guys are like, it's basically his butt buddy, right? It's the guy who like basically licks his butthole 24/7. He tweets, eating with Lord Tsm Reginald. He says if he comes back to coach the whole team, we would guarantee first for spring and summer next year.
Oh, motherfuck. Oh, shit. Mo. Oh, Lord. Please, mercy on my soul. Oh, my God.
Oh, hell no.
So fucking.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Okay, keep going. I want to see more of this.
My brain can't hold it.
Keep saying.
How
keep playing it.
yikes is that if you're Bjergsen? Just think about all of the different things that is going on here. So he's basically saying that he would do such a better job than Bjergsen did last year, that they would guarantee first. For those people who think that, first off, it's fucked up to say. It's so disrespectful. Imagine if you're any part of the coaching staff or any part of the team. It's just like he knows so much better than you that like he thinks that if he just stepped in, if he was just able to step in and be the coach, that the team would just turn around because he's God's gift to the game. And think about how many steps removed they are that this guy would think it's okay to tweet during the time that they're negotiating with Soren. And like in the offseason, this is going to turn everyone away from the org. This is going to turn.
These people are retarded. This guy is a moron. This guy is stupid. This guy is costing you, Reginald. You might want to fire your best friend.
Everyone away from wanting to be on the team. It's just cringe. Okay, and then there's also the argument that you can make is like, oh, he's joking. But then it's obviously not a joke, right? Because this is somebody who steps in every single playoffs and ruins the team atmosphere. In fact, on my last split on TSM, I had a meeting with Walter and Soren in the gym. And the meeting was about how can we get Andy to leave us alone during playoffs, because he's making us all depressed. So, I mean, this happens so much. Anybody who knows anything about the team or has worked on the team knows that this is not a joke. This is like real. This is like a legit statement. So it's just such a like crazy thing to tweet, man. It's just such a crazy thing to tweet. And just like I said, imagine that you're a coach on the league team. Your job is to gain the respect of your team. It's to work with your team and give them the best chance of winning. And like, your boss legitimately thinks like this. I don't really have the tweets on hand, but like, you guys remember about when he flamed Vulcan, telling him that he would work at McDonald's if there wasn't an import rule. You guys remember when like during TSM series, Andy legit came out and said that they lost because of the draft. And it's like Soren is coaching that team. They're in the middle of a series, and Andy's like, we're losing because of coach diff. He's literally just tweeting this in the middle of or at the end of the series. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy, man. It's crazy. I've said some fucked up stuff. I can be rude. I can have a huge ego.
Can't take this.
But I just can't imagine any of this stuff. And here's the thing, like the thing that makes me so upset and like why this like got an emotional reaction out of me yesterday is because this guy gets away with this stuff because he's powerful, because he has people covering for him, because no one wants to stand up and say, this guy's fucked up, because he's the owner of TSM. You would never want to burn that bridge. Like, imagine if I was Vulcan, right? Of course, if I was upset by that stuff, I would just play it off. Like, I'm not saying that he is, but I'm just using it as an example for like, you would never want to burn that bridge publicly or make an enemy publicly because it's in your best interest not to. There's people who work for him. Like, you never want to piss off your boss. You never want to have a bad relationship with your former employer. And like, I don't expect anybody to come out, but just go out and ask people, guys. Go out and ask like Sven and Mithy how it was to work with this guy. Go ask fucking Svenskeren, who I'm pretty sure still has like emotional trauma about this shit. And like, you'll probably get to piece together the clues. Okay, like you will under.
Sean, is this all you eating this up?
Well, we knew about all this shit for like since season 1, so I mean nothing new to me. Just Double is now saying this one now.
Mithy said he was depressed on TSM. Gee, I wonder why.
All the sheep are out of their hive now. All the TSM sheep, they like bursted out of the hive like in the Matrix. Now that Double is saying it, even though we knew this shit since season 1, since the fucking dipshit chat stuff.
Damn,
Reginald, with Dignitas.
I understand why people want to get away from TSM. So when I say that I hate TSM, I shouldn't have said that, because I think there's lots of amazing people who work at TSM. Obviously, Lena works at TSM for a whole year.
Well, the people aren't part of TSM; they're just workers.
Like, I have friends who, and they'll be my lifetime.
Sorry about that, guys. Let me mute my mic.
God.
Friends. It's not that
I have to go
I
out around 5 or so.
Blind hate for everything TSM related. I think TSM fans can be great. I had an amazing experience because of the TSM when I was on the team. It's hard for me to support the org because at the top is a fucking bully.
Kappa.
Egomaniac bully. And he gets away with stuff, you know, writing out these kind of things because he has like carefully crafted PR responses to things after he fucks up. But I think the truth will come out eventually. Like, time is on my side. If you just wait, keep your eyes open, if you just listen, people are leaving. A lot of people have left already. People are leaving. It's finally starting to come out. I don't care if I'm the first person. I don't care if I'm the only person. Just try to.
You're not the only. You're not the first.
You start hearing more and more.
There's been other people that have said stuff. It's just
they weren't, TSM dick riders, at the time.
Yeah. Like Sven literally said what he did in the Crackdown episode he had with Aodamane and Thorin. He literally said what he did. You know. Also, there was other people they had on like Loco Doco show back in the day that they were like, "Oh, you don't lose important matches with Reginald because it's gonna be bad." It's like, oh,
You want to know how autistic TSM fans are? So Niski did a thing with Travis Gafford. He basically said at the time before summer started, TSM is looking really bad right now, but they could improve.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, he said
And
TSM
once
really boosted.
once TSM won that
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Luke title in summer, which by the way, it just should be revoked because of the conflict of interest stuff and everything. So no, TSM has 6 LCS titles, not 7, and it was the biggest fluke in not just OCS history, League of Legends history in any major region in any tournament.
John, where did TSM touch you?
Yes, but anyway, and then they went back to that video, literally trashed on it. Bitch, he said they were bad at that moment, which they were. They were shit in the first half of summer. And then Beerson carried them in the second half. And he said they can improve. What the fuck are you people smoking? Holy fuck. Anyway, that's TSM fans in a nutshell, and that's been them for the past since season 1.
Or news when people start coming out and saying a little bit more here and there, it's, I don't know, it's crazy to me. Like, obviously I respect that he came from nothing, just like me. Like, we both grew up probably extremely poor. I think he grew up extremely poor, but the stuff that he gets away with because he is who he is.
Except Double Lift, didn't have a choice. Reginald did. Probably just blew it on drugs.
He comes in and makes people feel like shit. He makes them feel worthless. He doesn't treat people with respect. Like, I'll give you an example. I acted like a little shit on Team Liquid, especially in my last split there. Like, definitely on my last split there. And after we parted ways, it was not pretty. But I still have a good relationship with everyone at TL. With Steve, with Dodo, with Kane, with Core. And the reason why is because we have like mutual respect for each other. And I admitted that I fucked up and we moved on. This guy doesn't appreciate anything that anybody who works for him, pours their heart out for him. It never makes them feel that way. Every time that he fucks up, it gets covered up, you know? He makes people cry, it gets covered up. He acts like an asshole, it gets covered up. I'm just sick of the covering up. That's all. And I think yesterday, like, there
was an episode on the Crackdown with Acadian where he described the situation with Reginald, and Acadian said Reginald made him feel like shit. Oof.
It really reflected bad on me that I tied in like any sort of off-season stuff, because it made me look like a jealous, like a spurned lover or something, you know? It's just like, oh my god, you wouldn't take me, so now I'm salty. But that's not what it is at all. Like, I'm not a good actor. I'm perfectly happy with streaming. I really am. Like, you can really ask anybody how I've been for the last year, and I haven't been like fucking tossing, turning, like losing sleep, like, oh my god, I just want to play again. Like, that's not happening, guys. That's not the case. I hate that I conflated those two things as like the same. What I really did yesterday was I got tired of this guy getting a pass for everything. And I'm so happy that I came out and I exposed him for what he is. Just a dude with too much power. Somebody who doesn't treat his employees with respect. Just look at this tweet. Seriously. And tell me that this does not embody this person. I just want you guys to know. I don't actually, I don't like what I said, and I wish I could have never said it, that I hate TSM, because it makes it feel like I just made an enemy out of everybody who wants to support the team. I just don't like the guy at the top. I specifically don't like the two guys.
I just don't like the entire organization.
That's what I really mean. But yeah, this whole thing it's too fucking funny, man. I think this thing is so funny because, to be honest, I picked a fight and he came up to swing, and there's no way that he can win because it's him versus 50 people. Last night I got messages from so many people. The funniest one, you know who you are. Funniest one was a former employee just messaged me a thumbs up. That's all he said, a thumbs up. And then like so many people came out and messaged me and were like, they're supportive. Fucking Sword Art messaged me on WeChat, and I'm not going to tell you guys what he said, but he was supportive. Like dude, it's just so funny. There's so many people who've either worked or continue to work at
Dude, could you imagine the arguments that Dardoch had with Reginald? Oh, those must have been absolutely disgusting to hear. Holy shit.
Yeah, and Loco Doco said that it did happen with fucking Dardoch during his time.
And that's why he was getting kicked.
Oh,
That he
dude.
was. That
God
they said they
damn.
were issues.
Yeah, they said they had a lot of issues with that team. Well, to be fair, that team was gonna have a lot of issues, but like Dardoch, oh my god, you might think Dardoch just cussing Reginald, you ugly fat Samoan looking bitch. Oh my god, dude.
Holy fucking
You know,
shit.
Dardoch will yell at you, and like Dardoch's probably the only player that I probably like in the recent memory that probably like stood up to him. He's like, "All right, you're going to Dignitas, bitch." Oh my god.
Yeah, holy fucking
Like,
shit.
Still
no.
look at TSM, and they know exactly what I'm talking about, dude. It's just so fucking funny because this guy came up to fight me, and it's like, you have no chance of winning. It's you versus 100 people. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? Oh man, there's just so many stories, man. Like, I got a message about Tweet's draft diff in the middle of a fucking series. How disrespectful to Beerson, the guy who gave you everything, is that? Beerson is never going to come out. I'm actually gonna go try to find it. I'm sure this guy's. He's in here. He's in incognito mode. There's tears in his eyes, man. He's sweating. He's losing hair, and he's for sure going through his Twitter right now and deleting shit. But let's see if I can go find it. Bjergsen is the guy who gave your team everything, all of the fans, all of the success. He poured his fucking life into your company. It was his mission to bring your team success. And you're tweeting draft diff in the middle of a series. Does anyone have the link to this? Okay, somebody links it. It's just crazy, right? Like, I don't need to present the evidence. The evidence comes out every fucking 2.
Yep, that's real. That's not fake. He did that. He did that multiple times this year. It wasn't just this one time. He did it a lot this year. Literally during and after they lost. Now, doing that to Beer, like I get it doing it to any other coach. I'm not making an exception about like him doing it bad to like Ziggs or any of their other head coaches. But to Beerson, it's a lot more different because literally Beerson has poured everything into TSM ever since 2014, you know? And he loved TSM so much. He had equity in the company. He made his life around TSM. He also, you know, became the head coach of the League of Legends team, even after he retired, you know? So, yeah, like, it's one of these things where, good God, man, what in the world's wrong with Reginald, dude? Are you sniffing crack, Reginald?
Weeks. Like, it's just so funny, man. It's just so funny. And like, can you play this off as a joke when it happens so often? Can you say that it's just a meme? He's like, haha, we got out drafted. No, he's 100% serious. It's so funny, man. It's so funny. The guy who gave you everything, he could have went and coached for another org. He could have went and taken his incredible talent. Bjergsen, the guy who, he's like a perfect fucking player. He's a perfect person, amazing brand rep. He never gets into drama like me. His ego is so in check. Like, the guy is a fucking saint. He's a living saint. And you go out and say shit like this. And what happens, guys? People sleep it away. People just forget about it. People just think, oh, that's just Andy being Andy. Well, I'm fucking sick of this guy being Andy. I'd rather him be someone else, or I'd rather him not.
Want
be
Andy
there.
to jump off the bridge?
The way he treats, it's just yes. The way that he treats people, it's a lack of respect. It's a lack of human decency. That's what it is. It's just so funny. Like, he comes out and says, like, "Oh, Dubup's just."
If I ever see Andy in real life, I'll throw a baby bottle at him.
No, oh god, jeez. Whew.
Yeah, I'll just do something.
Like, open your fucking eyes. Like, that's not. What are you trying to say? Like, I'm so confused here. Like, I'm literally coming out here. I'm on TSM's payroll, and I'm literally losing money. I'm gonna be like, finally, I'm gonna be taken off, right? Because I don't want to work with this guy. I don't want to have anything to do with him.
I have to like go soon in like 3 minutes or so.
That's why people.
So is there anything else on the stream that you wanted to get to?
No. That's pretty much it. I wanted to get you guys an idea of the Double F and Reginald drama. You can watch the rest of the video.
Well, what is there to get? Anybody who's has at least 3 brain cells would know how it goes. Fuck TSM. Fuck Reginald. All right. Fuck half of the toxic players who ever played for their franchise in old not sports games. Fuck their managers. Fuck their social media fucking people. Literally, I forgot the other guy's name, but Griffin, that guy with like the cat profile picture. And who's the other guy?
Oh, no.
Dunk?
There's he tweeted that fucked up shit where he's talking about hanging like black
yeah.
people or babies
That guy who tweeted that, literally, before I got banned from the TSM Discord for literally just being a Cloud9 fan, I was literally just having fun memeing, but I got targeted and said that I was being trollish, baity, just because I was a TSM fan. The guy literally ran on a rant saying that Jack was saying and paid people to say sexist things about Lena because he posted literally one meme of one fucking picture, one meme, harmless meme about during like the double of Lena situation, and then right after said, okay guys, let's calm it down, Lena made a mistake, and then said that he's a piece of shit because he didn't give TSM Licorice and Svenskeren and all those players for like a fucking discount. That's literally what he said in the Discord. Said, yeah, Jack's not a cool guy, fuck him, to like all the fans in there. Fuck that guy. I forgot his name. Dunk Margo. What is his name?
Yeah, he lost me after he tweeted that really weird.
Well, what is his name? Dunkirk
or some shit. Yeah,
whatever. Fuck him and fuck Griffin, the guy who banned me for no reason. Both of you can go fucking suck a cock. Or if I ever see you, I'll fucking punch you in the face, you fucking cocksucker. All right, fuck. TSM is just from the top to the bottom, outside of the odd players like Double Lift and Beerson. And Spica, just pure toxicity and cancer, right? They should burn to the ashes, all right? They probably have like some fucking cocaine, like fucking mafia shit, Mexican cartel shit they're running as well. That's probably how they got the FTX money. Fuck them. Okay. Anyway, anything else?
Actually, I forgot about this. Hamza. Yeah, we'll talk. I'll have another show actually on Sunday, actually, and I'll cover what I didn't get a chance to cover today. There's a lot of shit that's been going on for the offseason, actually. But yeah, I will talk about the Carlos blocking purse going to Fnatic for 3 years thing. That's going to be on Sunday, actually.
Yeah.
I'll have a bonus episode on Sunday.
Technically, the league allowed it, so they did nothing wrong, but that is bullshit. That should not have been gone through.
Yeah.
Like, that is absolute bullshit. And then the fucking Carlos thing he tweeted, like, holy fuck, are you just trying to make like Riot do something about it after what you tweeted about it? Like, what the fuck? How did that even make any sense? Why would they then sell him to Fnatic afterwards? You're just making up bullshit. You're just trying to save your ass.
Yeah. Okay, like guys, I will cover everything I potentially had on the back burner, and this will be one of the biggest things I cover going into Sunday. Sunday, I promise you guys, we will have a bonus episode of the Cloud9 podcast because I really wanted to cover this too, but it's so big because there's a lot to go over actually. Like, you can't go to Fnatic for 3 years. What, Carlos? What are you doing? Like, Kirk's already left the org. He should be able to get to do whatever he wants. If he goes,
and he made that tweet. He's my son's fucking favorite player. I would never do that. Fuck you. All right, fucking cocksucker, Carlos. Fucking always, just like Reginald, he's also a toxic motherfucker since season 1, and he has not changed. He has changed more, but still not 100%. He's basically like Logan Paul and Jake Paul, where some idiots are like, oh, they're reformed, and Alinity, oh, they're reformed just because they're literally not in the news every day doing horrible shit. It's like, no, that doesn't mean they're good people now or fix all the things they did. Like, fuck.
Yeah, that's not how people work. Just because you don't hear about it doesn't mean they're better.
Yeah, like every day in the news, like killing a child. Like, fuck, that doesn't. Holy fucking shit. Anyway, I'm sorry if I like talk too much during all these streams, but I get so heated into the moment and I just have to fucking rant about these things. So if I ever talk too much, then just let me know, and I'll cool it.
Perfectly fine for shows like this.
Yeah, but I'll cool it if so. But yeah, but fuck,
Dude, fuck
TSM, fuck TSM, fuck them. Holy fuck.
Oh my god. Yeah, guys. Okay, we'll have a bonus episode of the Cloud9 podcast on Sunday because this is one of the big stories I really want to go over. Thank you, Hamza, for reminding me. But there's just been so many things going on in this offseason, guys.
Oh,
yeah. It's been so much, honestly.
Just please don't keep spend. I'm fine with Isles. I'm fine with Niski. Just get another ADC. Get Reckless. I don't care.
Please. I mean, oh god, yeah.
It's not just because Fenn's bad. Like, I know what his peak is. It's just I want to move on from him now after his disappointing summer performances.
Yeah, like that's my thing is like Blabber has disappointed. Sven is disappointed this year. Like, how badly does Blabber have to perform for them to not look at any other junglers.
I
though.
think
Like,
he kind of like avenged himself, like came
he
back a
played
bit.
better
He
at
kinda,
Worlds, though. He played better at Worlds,
yeah,
obviously, but
and
it's like
it's just because the chemistry was horrible. So, and he did, like kind of, make amends or whatever, like after his Worlds performance. It was just, you could say, well, it's the chemistry between them was terrible, and that's the biggest reason why he's still a mechanical god. He can still be a huge carry. So with Niski, with great chemistry, so I can understand those two, honestly. And Fudge, of course, keep Isles over Vulcan. Honestly, Isles is LCS ready, but unlike Fudge, I don't see him having a big ceiling, just like when they started for TSM. So I don't like that move. I understand moving away from Vulcan, but fuck, like they should have just signed Mickey X. Maybe he just didn't want to, unless he was going to that team. But they should have just signed Mickey X.
maybe Mickey X didn't want to join if they didn't.
But like
have
they
those
have
other
all the
top
import
players.
slots, don't they? Like Sven's a resident next year. They have fucking like they had an extra one.
Would be an import slot. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know how it works now,
Well,
but he could.
Ignar, if they get Ignar, that's not that bad though. Ignar actually played pretty well this past year. So
I have issues with Ignar, but
I mean, he'd be better than Isles for sure.
Yeah,
That'd be
well,
a much better thing.
Isles could maybe grow into one, but I just don't see him having a big ceiling. Honestly, Isles' ceiling is basically where Ignar is at. That's basically his ceiling at best, honestly. He's like a rock. He's like Vulcan in like 2020 spring.
Yeah.
He's like rock solid. He doesn't really make any mistakes, but he's good KDA, doesn't die too, like just a solid support, but he doesn't like do much like engaging or like stuff that a lot of supports should do.
I thought he personally, to me, I thought he exceptionally performed very well this past year, and I thought more top teams like 100 Thieves, TSM, Cloud9, Team Liquid would honestly look at him though. But it depends. I think he needs the right AD carry for his playstyle.
No, he's a guy that people forget about, like Patrick.
Yeah, it's weird. And okay, yeah, Hamza, you can join. Okay, so in the description box below, my main YouTube channel is linked, right? That's my main YouTube channel. Like if I'm not here, guys, uploading videos, right? I'm on my main YouTube channel doing most of my shit, right? On my main YouTube channel, I have a Twitter and an Instagram. Just follow me on there and hit me up if you want to be in the show. If it's any future reference stuff or anybody that wants to be on. More people, the better. Honestly, more opinions, more people, it's fine. Just as long, okay, the rules are you have to be cool. You have to be cool to talk to. You can't be fucking like Reginald. You can't be a fucking crazy motherfucker. How about anybody like Reginald, actually, because I like
you can't be too crazy like me. You can only have like 2 crackheads on this show.
Because Hamza's European. Hamza, are you European actually? Are you European? Because you'd be like the first European guy to join, actually. It'd be kind of crazy.
Wait, Hanzo?
Hamza.
Oh, Hanza.
Hamza. Is it Hamza?
Yeah.
Or Hamza?
Wait. Isn't Kofta like from some place like that?
Kofta's from United States.
Oh, I thought he was like. Okay, yeah, but what's
Chicago.
his like? Is he like? I thought he was
Indian.
like. Oh, okay. For a second, I thought he was like Turkish or something. For a moment, I thought he was like Turkish.
Man was born in America. This is an American.
No, I knew he was, but I was just wondering when his descent was, because I thought he was like Turkish at first.
But yeah, like we'll have another episode on Sunday because I'm gonna be streaming on my main channel on Saturday, so we can throw out an extra episode on Sunday this week, because that way we have an extra episode out before the free agency show that Esports will have on 5 p.m. CT. So, it's nice to have that already done. I have plenty of videos coming out today. They're literally rendering right now at the time of recording this podcast. So you guys will get this. You're going to be getting like 3 extra videos. So yeah, you guys are getting a lot of shit today.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait for Monday, obviously, of next week, because we're going to finally get to see where all these players are going. Remember, guys, just because they're reported to go to these teams doesn't mean they will. Nothing is set in stone until it is signed, actually. Hamza
can't
says,
wait for you to upload the Brightburn review, get that over with, because I had like 40 hours I was awake for, and took like 4 gravels when we did that Dune and Brightburn review, so I sounded kind of like an idiot during them, I think. So I just want you to upload them, get them out of the way now.
yeah, like I'll have them up. I got a lot of videos to edit.
Oh,
actually.
just
Other videos to
upload
put
the
up.
World to Come review sooner. I want to see that. I want to see that.
I'm gonna try and like I generally don't like watching my own videos. Not because they're bad, because I played them. I'll play them and they're fantastic. They're everything.
They're
I want.
hilarious. Watching you
I'm
guys
just trying
talk.
not-
So
I'm just trying, like, if I upload that video, I'm trying not to just laugh repeatedly at the video
yeah,
itself.
I mean, I don't like hearing myself talk, but you guys are fucking hilarious during those fucking streams and stuff, especially like Jaded during that fucking Love Heart thing. So I like rewatching them sometimes.
Oh my god, Hamza says, I live in Turkey. Oh shit. And I watch all LEC games.
Oh,
Also, I actively follow everything LEC related. Same here, man. Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
love fucking watching. Was it TCL? Is that the name?
TCL, yeah. I don't get
Yeah,
a chance to
love
watch the
watch.
minor
No,
guys
I
that
wish
much,
the team
though.
with GU made it to Worlds. Honestly, I think they had higher ceiling, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, K-Dot. Oh, what's up, man? Yeah, we're about to head out of here, guys, actually. As you guys already know, the channel is literally like 300 subscribers away from hitting 1,000 people. Like, the goals for this channel is almost done. I just want to hit 1,000
Yeah.
subs, get monetized. Anything
Yeah,
after that,
Just
is
upload some like 30-second clips of stuff like those league clip channels do, and
One
then
of them
you'll get a
did.
bunch of views.
One of them actually did pop off. A few of them popped off, though.
Yeah, just try doing that, and you'll get more subs and views because that's the easiest way. That's what people are
That's
doing.
what
They're
people
making
want.
just channels dedicated to that.
Yeah, like K-Drill clips, double
Yeah,
lift
like
clips.
you could definitely
burst
grow
clips.
doing stuff like that.
Oh,
Like not
God,
all of them
it's-
or whatever,
like,
but the
That,
odd
to
ones.
me, dude, that's like microwave content. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
Well,
literally
it's easiest to
microwave
stay up
content.
with the news, so that's why I
Yeah.
subscribe to a couple of them and stuff and follow them. But
Actually,
and
clip
same
some
thing.
out, and I'll just put them up then. If you want to do that, then, because I don't think I'll have enough time, honestly.
Oh well, I don't know where to look for that stuff. Honestly.
Whatever channels you subscribe to, just. go
Oh
from
no!
there.
Just next time you see like those clip things on your your subscription or like your homepage, and just go to the channel, subscribe. Like, I think there
Okay.
are a couple I have in my sub box. I'll try to look for them.
Like whatever.
Yeah, if
clips
you just
wanna
like look
send
up for
first.
titles like Cajal reacts to blank, Doubleth reacts to blank, just look that
Yeah.
up on YouTube, and then you'll
Dude.
find videos and channels.
Dude, to me, I don't know why that kind of content is considered good. Like, okay,
It's
quick
not
and
considered
easy.
good. But it's just easy
It's just
news.
quick- It's microwave content, though. Like, that's
Yeah.
literally what it is, though.
Well, I
you know?
understand why people watch it. I do too. It's like it's just easy to, you know what's happening. Like all this stuff we've been going through on streams, or people do like Travis Gaffer videos or on Twitter. Like I knew about it like just 5 seconds when it was just because of those channels. Like I already knew about it because it's easy to, to know what's happening with them. Honestly, just 30 seconds, boom.
Oh, before we go, guys, because I know Sean's got to go to some movies,
yeah,
actually.
my phone's running now. I have to go. Fuck.
Here we go. Reading people's double lift tweets, reading people's anecdotes that Andy was nice to them and thus downplay the fact that he harassed and abused people at TSM as their boss is just so disgusting. No wonder people don't feel good about speaking up about their abusers. I mean, Loco Doko was one of the people everyone knew Reginald was mean to Loco Doko. Loco Doko always seemed to just
Yes, he
very
always simp for
apprehensive.
Andy for some reason. He's like an abused victim that keeps coming back. It's like on those Russian trash
Oh, yeah.
streamers.
Two more follow-up tweets. He says, I'm not talking about hand wavable things like being a dick or being rude. So many people experience public humiliation, mental breakdowns, crying at work, and still people will play it off in whatever way they can. People in power can get away with anything, it seems. The last tweet says, personally, I'm in the boat of people who wasn't affected or traumatized, so it took me a while to emphasize. I hope one day extremely shitty people will have to deal with the consequences of how they treat others instead of getting a pass simply because they're successful. And then this guy says, okay, so when are you facing the consequences? I mean, Doublelift's done some bad stuff too. Like he's not clean
He's
himself.
not like, yeah, he's not perfect. He's not a saint, but the bad stuff is basically just being a little toxic sometimes. Everybody's mostly toxic sometimes. Like I've gotten over that, honestly. Like he isn't a saint. He isn't the nicest person, but you know what? His positives over at this point in time now, his positive, and like a year ago after he retired, his positives have now officially overlapped his negatives. Before, maybe his negatives overlapped his positives, like in 2018, 2017, Well, not 20. I'm not going to say 2018, honestly, because of tragedy he went through.
See this
His
guy.
mother.
We'll go over this last tweet and then we'll head out of here.
Yeah.
We had a great show tonight. What's insane to me is that a lot of people saying, yes, he was shitty sometimes, but he always came to see if I was good after. Oh, I'm not trying to laugh. I know it's serious. I'm not trying to laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not trying to laugh.
Blatant abuser behavior. Yeah, like Loco Doco. Yes.
I'm not trying to laugh. I know it's serious. I'm gonna probably laugh.
It is serious. This is
It's
real.
serious.
Loco Doco, that's literally him with Loco Doco. He's literally like an abuse victim who keeps coming back.
Like that
Holy
isn't
fuck.
blatant abuser behavior, gaslighting and manipulating you into thinking they care and maintaining power in a relationship. Like, guys, I recently just went through this not too long ago in my own main YouTube channel. We had that big drama thing that happened. Honestly, most of you guys on this channel will never know about. Honestly, I mean, you can go look at my main channel; it's there. The videos are all there, But yeah, I know.
Go now, so
I know it's happened, but Double F and Reginald drama will be continued, part 2 on here on Sunday.
Yeah,
Sunday content
yeah,
podcast.
we're gonna
actually.
keep continuing this. Fuck TSM.
right. Anyway, have a good
All
night,
right, guys.
everybody. Anyway, if you want to advertise any of my things, then just again, like I said yesterday, just basically only things I use is the YouTube channel sometimes and Letterbox. So it would be one of those two things.
All right, guys, we are out of here. Sean, I'll actually follow him on Letterbox. Actually, I'll link it somewhere down the chat.
You can link it
channel.
and just the channel, YouTube channel. Like those are
All
the
right,
only
guys.
two things I use. Basically, I don't care about Twitter. Who the fuck
All right.
cares about Twitter in
You need more
2021?
Twitter followers. That's
No,
what you
fuck that.
need.
I want
All
to
right,
delete Twitter.
See you guys later. Like, comment, and subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I'm the Nightwing, and we are signing out, guys. I'll see you guys on Sunday around 7 p.m., 8 p.m. PST. Somewhere around there, actually. All right, guys. Peace out of this thing.